slave masters. And God says, what? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquities of their fathers. For the what? For the iniquities of their fathers. For the what? For the iniquities of their fathers. For the what? For the iniquities of their fathers. I told you, it's biblical prophecy. You got to pay for what your fathers did. You understand that? That's how it goes. Why you think black people went into slavery? Right. Our forefathers sinned against God. He said he was going to bring us in slavery in ships. And he done it. God said we was going to lose our identity. We lost it. We running around talking about we black, we colored, we African American. None of the names that God gave us. Right. That's a punishment for God. But guess what? God ain't never tell you white people to put us in slavery. But you done it. And because of that, you got to pay. A lot of you white people, you listen to what we say, you smile and laugh, but it's really just a cover-up because deep down your soul knows what I'm saying is right. I speak to a man's soul. You know, if you believe in what go around, come around, you put black people in slavery, then you should know that one day, white people go into slavery. Right. And let me tell you something. It's going to be a horrible slavery for you white people when you got to answer the niggas. You're going to be like, you mean to tell me we got to answer to these niggas that we didn't have in slavery for? Yes, white man. You're going to be going to get my coffee. You're going to be going to get my lemonade. And when you bring that, I want 4 pieces of ice in that lemonade. And if there's 3 pieces of ice, I'm going to take turn around. Turn around, and I'm going to take the size 13 and kick you right here behind. And say, go put another piece of ice in there. Yeah. Right. Give me Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. The truth is the truth, man. Black people trying to take your spirit out of America. Do some research on the Isupk under command of General Hahn. We are the official prophets of the Lord. We are the men that God said we're going to gather back the nation of Israel back together. You understand? For you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You ain't allowed to be a Christian or a damn Roman Catholic. Why in the hell would you join the religion of the people that enslaved you? It is the dumbest thing on the face of the earth. Read. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, if you got any understanding, you better understand this. Read. Let him hear. Let him what? Let him hear. Y'all say let him hear. Read. He that lead into captivity. If you take black and Hispanics and put them in captivity, which you did, we served our slavery. That's why Hispanics, they don't know who they are either. You think black people the only one lost? After Hispanic, before they was called Puerto Rican, what were they? They don't have a goddamn clue. Ask Mexicans, they don't know. Ask people from Cuba, they don't know. Why? Because you white people beat it out of them just that bad. You strip them of their identity. That's identity. And then you white people running around talking about, well, I'm the Jew, walking around with a shield of David, like you, that's talking about you got them with the Maccabees. You Jesus Christ. White man, he make a movie. Everything he great. He Jesus Christ. He's Superman. He Moses. He the Maccabees. He's everybody. You understand? Like we wasn't, like damn near, like we ain't existed in her body, y'all. And then we get here in America and you see black people the most talented. Right. We took over your sports world. If you look at all the offenses in America, Mr. White Man, who invented damn near everything in America? Black people. Yeah, we did all your offenses. We one hell of a slave, baby. That's right. Read. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that what? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's justice. Get a Lord hand for that. If you put a people in slavery, you must go into slavery. That's right. Now, I know you don't like that, but when they hear they say that, you know what they say? The Christian church say, oh, that's a misinterpretation. Oh, warrior, how is that a misinterpretation? It's always a misinterpretation when you talk about putting white people in slavery. Right. Because white people no people want to be enslaved. I understand. I'm a black man. I don't want to have to be enslaved either. I don't want to have to answer to you white people forever. I hate the fact that the state, the president thing called the White House. I would like a black house. How about that? I would like a country where I don't have to live with you and answer to you. And then you, how about it, you start answering to me and pay for what your fathers did, you bastard.
Right.
White man is the most filthiest man on the face of God's green earth, and everybody worships him like he's great. You understand? That's why Christ said, many false Christs shall arise. You pay Jesus Christ to be a white man when they tell you in the Bible he has skins like bronze and hair like wool. That's a nigga according to the Bible.
Right.
Nobody want to discuss that Jesus Christ is a nigga. You know why? Because the real Jesus Christ is hate.
Right.
Jesus Christ wasn't love. Everybody's walking around like you love Christ. You don't love Christ. Now the real one, you definitely love that white one though. But the real Jesus Christ, when he get off that UFO, guess what? You're going to find out that he's a black man from the tribe of Judah. That's what you're going to find out. And your poor Christian heart going to be hurt when you find out you got the answer to a black man. Even black people going to be mad. Oh, we got the answer to a nigga now? Read. They kill him with a sword in the mud. They kill him with a sword. What's the real records on how many black people died coming over here in the transatlantic slave trade? They try to take you 4 million, 5 million. We did the research. 100 million black people died coming over here on ships.
That's right.
How many Native American Indians died to take this land? 77 million. How many Hispanics was killed? Hundreds of millions. The Lord said, if you kill with a sword, free. You must be killed for a sword. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Hey, what? Must be killed with a sword. That's justice, man. We sit in your court. We sit in the white man's courtroom all the time. Don't we call y'all? Blacks in the space, and that's Indians. We did the crime, we got to do the time. A lot of black men, they sit there, they get sentenced for a crime that they don't even do. It's the American way. You can be a black man walking down the street of Warrior, drinking a pop, a can of pop, and next thing you know, you're in jail for 60 years just because you're a nigga. Like, that's the American way. And guess what? I found a group of black men that's unsatisfied with America. We hate America. We hate the people that put our people in slavery. We hate the people that create the laws that separate the family. That's what a real black man does. A real black man don't say, I'm going to now go join the place that hated us, like Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was a traitor to black people. We don't honor Martin Luther King back here. Go to the Christian church, and they got all the honor in the world for that traitor. Just like white people, you got Benedict Arnold, we got Martin Luther King. You understand? We don't honor Martin Luther King right here. As a matter of fact, let that Uncle Tom nigga turn over in his grave. That's what we teach up here. We teach you the hardcore truth, whether you like it or not. Now, you probably thought this Saturday that you was just going to be able to walk up and down the street and be able to shop without hearing the truth. God had other plans for you. Especially for you black people. You black people need to be gravitating towards what the hell we saying. Because the good news of the Bible is for black people. The bad news of the Bible is for white people. And let me tell you something about white people. The white man is going to make a good slave, man. Don't make white people make you think that they lazy. I've worked with white people before at jobs. And listen, they some of the hardest workers at the damn plant. Give me right on that, y'all. They work very hard. And look, they show me, guess what? They're going to make a great slave. But they're going to have to pay. But before they pay, guess what black people got to do? You got to turn back to the Lord. That's what you got to do. You got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Give me Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. The Christian church teaching you that God's laws are done away with. Bonnie, that's the most satanic thing you can teach a man. Is that God's laws no longer exist. What Bible you read? You read the Bible out of context. Christian church. You understand? You close down every Christian church. Life for blacks and Hispanics will improve overnight. Give white people their religion. Give me white Jesus. Can I get white Jesus? We got white Jesus? Yeah. This right here is an apostle. This guy's name is Caesar Bullshit. A lot of you white people that went to Yale and Harvard and did research, you know damn well this ain't no Jesus Christ. But this is what you gave white people. And we've been brainwashed behind this for 400 years. Well, if I go in the Bible and find out the color of Christ, he definitely ain't no white boy. Right. If I find out if I teach you the hair texture of Christ, he didn't have Christ like this white boy right here. Right. This is Caesar bullshit. The guy who painted him, Leonardo da Vinci, were both homosexuals. They was lovers. That's the truth about white Jesus. And a lot of you dumb niggas walking around with white Jesus tattooed to your skin. Or you wearing a Jesus piece, okay, bro? $100,000 Jesus piece of a homosexual. And you wonder why we end up homosexuals, black and Hispanic. Where's your manhood at, man? Where's your warrior spirit at? Where's your spirit to separate yourself from the people that have been dominating over you for over 400 years? They try to teach Sador Sanders a lesson. Don't you dare come in the NFL with that nigga shit. Excuse my language. Don't you dare come in here with wearing all that gold and being flashy. They tried to humble the young fella. Why they trying to humble the young fella? Because there ain't nothing more that America hates than a black man. They hate the hell out of black men, but you know what? They want black men's dedication. And Commander General Hunter, we're not giving black men America, we're not giving America our dedication no more. You know, we gathering these brothers together and we separating ourselves from America. That's what we gonna do. We gonna go serve the nigga God. The hell with the white God. Let's go serve the nigga God of the niggas, right? That's what we gonna do. And we ain't jumping to Islam either, like a lot of you cowards. So goddamn scared that you follow your God, you go jump to the Islam and go find the Arab God. Hell with white Jesus and the goddamn Arab God. Right. Time to serve the nigga God. Read. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. Read. Think not that I am come to destroy the law. You hear what God said? Give me that Quran. Think not that I am not to destroy the law. I want to make sure y'all get me on tape. I slam white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Now I got the Quran up here as well. We don't follow no religion. The hell with the Arab religion too. I'm gonna throw this like a baseball. The hell with the Quran too. Do something about it. Do something about it. You understand? The white man shakes his head like, yes, you look like a good white man. Good white man will come up here and come kiss the boots of the prophets. Right. Let me know that. That's what I'm telling you. Slavery coming for you. Listen, black people gonna rule over you, man. You should come through the good deed and show us, you know what I'm saying, that you really want to serve us. You understand? Read. Think not that I am come to destroy the law. God ain't come to destroy his law. That's what this is Christ's words. So what's written in the law? Men can't sleep with men. Why does America push homosexuality? Why is women running around talking about their lesbians? I'm like a woman. Yeah. This place is an abomination before the Most High, man. Right. You understand? Shannon Sharp. You see Shannon Sharp, he learned his lesson. Right. He got with that white girl. What she do? She do what Devil said and recorded. She knew this was an opportunity to get a couple $1 million out that nigga. And he went for the gun stuff. And now he got to pay for it. Black man, stay away from white girls, man. It's a sin to for white girls. I don't know if you do that. Go get Keisha out the hood, raise her up. I know she hard-headed. But listen, the ISUPK, we will teach you how to train that woman up to be a good woman for you. We know that the black woman is out of control. She's out of control because of the Christian church. Right. Because the Christian church is teaching you a Roman Catholic philosophy in their church that is destined to make your woman out of control. Right. And we know how to put her back in control by teaching her the truth. Read. Think not that I am come to destroy the law. Think not that I what? Come to destroy the law. Read. Or the prophets. Or the what? Or the prophets. You go in the Bible, you find out that all the prophets were black men. The word nigga is in the Bible. They call the prophets nigga. And I know you Christians don't know. Oh, that ain't in the Bible. How would you know? Christians, you Christians don't read the Bible. The damn Christian get up there every Sunday and just speak off the top of his head. He ain't pulling one scripture. We go in the Bible and pull all the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Pull all the prophets. Right. And my favorite prophecy in the Bible is that America one day is going to be destroyed. Right. My favorite prophecy in the Bible is one day you white people going to change. for what you did done.
Right.
And in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be 12 niggas sitting on 12 thrones.
Right.
And you white people going to serve day and night until eventually you wiped out. According to the Bible, white people going to be wiped out for all the crimes you did there. Just that you love to make a statue.
Right.
You understand? Hold on 1 second. Let me get this brother my phone. Read. I am not come to destroy what was fulfilled. Now, Christ came to what? To fulfill. Christ came to fulfill the law. He came to teach blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians how to keep God's law. The Christian church tell you, God, you listen, how do you not know it's satanic when somebody tells you ain't got to keep God's law?
Right.
You in the house of Satan and you don't even know. Now you teach the person, well, I can do whatever I want because God's law is done away with. It's simple mathematics. When the Christ said, be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. You understand?
Right.
Listen, that's my time. I'm going to pass the mic back over to the brother. Get at it.
Go ahead and get that powerful captain in hand. Jesus came out here and just proved everything that we learned in this kingdom. Right there, what you see on the ground is that wedding cross that you wear on your neck and that rock that you be seeing in the Muslim mosques. When you go over to Saudi Arabia or wherever they be going to march around that rock. See, black people, we gotta understand, we cannot be allowing us to be like bamboozled by what the oppressors put in our face. All right, because we looking for a nation that will never save us. No nation around here is not gonna save us. You can't run to Christianity and think that you can join hand in hand with the same people that murdered you, and then put you on the drugs, put you on everything, put you where you are right now, and then point to you and say it's your fault. It's your fault why you in the gutter. It's your fault why you in the hood. Why are we in the hood to begin with? Who in the hell wants to choose to be in the ghetto, which in German means ghetto? Who wants to be there? We were put there for a specific reason.
That's right.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes are yet filled for our vain help.
Right.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
We have waited and watched for a nation that could not save us. So by you trying to go and join with the Muslims, hey, listen, I went to the gas station the other day. I saw a brother give one of them real Muslims, Assalamu alaikum. The brother just, the Muslim looked at him like, man, what are you talking about? You are an apostle. That is Islam, that's an apostle. That's a false recreation of what the actual Muslims have.
That's right.
No black man, Hispanic man, or Native American man should be trying to run to these other religions and thinking that they gonna be able to join hand in hand with the people who don't give a damn about you. You go to Habibi's gas station, all he gonna do is sell your cousin K2, and you gonna watch your cousin strung down for the next 20 years, 30 years. Lord alive, it don't take that long. But come on now, let's be honest. You run into Christianity because guess what? If you go to sleep at night and you pray to a white Jesus, and you go to work the next day, rag can still step on your neck. Physically, I mean, it ain't got to necessarily be physically, but verbally, he can just pretty much tear you down and belittle your character. Black man, Native man, or Hispanic man, I don't think I need to tell you this, but don't treat your black family, your Native American family, nor your Hispanic family like how your white coworkers treat you at work.
That's right.
That's just what they want to do. You know what I mean? The white man, the oppressor, would literally destroy themselves. And if they know that they can still have you on the bottom, they can still stand on top, they have an eternal satisfaction. It's almost like a jaguar chasing after a porcupine, but because the jaguar has a lust and he's so hungry for that porcupine, the porcupine will literally stab him in the mouth because he just got that lust. He would still continue to be destroyed just so that he can get that porcupine.
Right.
That's the oppressor. He don't care if they voted for Donald Trump. If Donald Trump said tomorrow we're gonna go to war, and I'm sending every 18-year-old to go to war. They don't care as long as they can still belittle and they can put their feet on the necks and on the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
If they can still unalive you in the streets, if they can still, put your cousins on drugs by putting all these dispensaries around here, they can still tell your sons and your daughters that, hey, you don't have to be what God made you, a man or a woman. You can just be anything that you want.
That's right.
You was built to be in the NBA to be an athlete, yet they made you into what Magic Johnson's
Right.
son is. I mean, come on now. That's the people that rule over us. They tell you that you can be anything that you want, and that's not what the Bible says. The Bible calls you the holy people, for thou art a holy people, what the powerful captain said earlier. You are a holy people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, men and women. You are a holy people, which means separate. Meaning that you cannot do what the oppressor does. You can't go and be on drugs. You can't just think that you can go around here and do what they do. They going to work and they own all types of drugs and you won't even know it. But you try to do it and you get fired, or you can't even find a job. That's to let you know something right there, man, because it was never meant for you to do what they do. We can't be like that. We can't join hand in hand. We just can't. So, you know what I mean? So with that being said, that's my time, Israel. Shalom.
That's right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Israel School, the Universal and Practical Knowledge of the Commander General Muhammad. We out here for our people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We out here because we care about our people.
That's
The
right.
Lord, you know, one of the biggest problems in America that will not be addressed, that need to be addressed, is racism, man.
That's right.
The reason why blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians are in the condition that we're in, the white man put us in that condition. We did not do this to ourselves. Black people did not put cocaine in the streets of Chicago or heroin or all that other stuff. We be like Nancy Reagan and Ronald Reagan. That was the White House, was the trap house when they was in the White House, man. You had the Clintons, that filthy, disgusting Hillary Clinton. The things that her husband did, black people are still suffering from right now today. Oh, let me not forget, Pope Paul Francis just died on Easter the other day. Guess what? We don't give a damn.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't care about none of these so-called holidays in America because all of them are idolatry in the eyes of the Most High.
That's right.
Let me get that picture of Caesar Borgia. Y'all walking past this camp, and you need to be listening to what we said. You can research everything that we say. This man named is Caesar Borgia. He was a murderer. He was a homosexual. The man is slept with his sister, man. All you got to do is look him up. Now the Christian church can push this image on us. Got us thinking Jesus is a white man. The Bible got another description of him. I'm going to give it to you right now. Give me Revelation, man. Revelation chapter 13. Revelation 1 to 13.
That's right.
Revelation 1 and 13, the description, the depiction of Jesus Christ says that he's a black man, man. The Bible says we all are made in his image. If everybody on the planet is made in the image of Christ, why do white people treat black people the way they treat them?
That's right.
Look what they did to Emmett Till. Emmett Till was a 14-year-old little boy, man. They murdered that little boy. They shot him. They beat him with an axe. They weighed his body down and put him in a damn river, man. And took his mother through all that nonsense. Look what they did to Trayvon Martin. Look what they did to Sandra Bland. Look what they did to Michael Brown.
That's right.
Fidel Castro got murdered in front of his wife and his child, man. Stop playing. George Floyd was on national television getting choked out. Now, white devil. The white man is the devil in the Bible.
That's right.
You got that out? Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
This is the description of Jesus Christ, man. That picture on the ground is an imposter. That is his name is Caesar Borgia. Anybody, all you got to do is sit down and research and look it up. Read.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Yahweh Mashiach, everybody calling Jesus Christ, but his name is Yahweh Mashiach. He dressed in a golden pack of girdle. That means he got a garment down to his feet, man. Read.
Verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool.
His head and his hair was white like what? Wool. What? Wool. What? Wool. You know how black man hair is. You know how black people hair is. got long stringy hair.
That's right.
Blonde hair. Black people got woolly hair, man.
That's
That is
right.
the depiction of the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach. Go to Jeremiah 14:2. We are living in a society where racism has destroyed black people, man. Y'all just got to celebrate Easter. Don't you know that Donald Trump, all these people celebrating Easter? Easter is a pagan holiday. What Christ got to do with goddamn rabbit and eggs, man? That don't have nothing to do with Christ. Christians don't have nothing to do with Christ.
That's right.
The Lord said that we should teach people how holy days, the feast days, the Sabbath. That is what we should be acknowledging, not this stuff that our so-called oppressor has pushed on us with his calendar. So once again, man, we are here to wake up our people. And once again, when you look around, every time you look at our oppressor, like walking past, smell, looking crazy, looking silly in the
That's
face.
right.
But guess what? One day you're going to serve, if you believe if you believe in getting your turn in what's the word I'm looking for? Justice, you going in captivity. You gonna get your turn in the cotton field. So you better work hard, go exercise, do all that, because you definitely gonna get your turn in captivity and in slavery. When you have that mercy, come back, whoever got to know is Jesus Christ, you white people are going into captivity.
That's right.
It's called payback. Read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14 and verse 2. Judah warned.
Judah mourned. The Bible says Judah mourned. Who is Judah? The so-called blacks in America. Read.
And the gates thereof language.
The gates thereof language. The gates are the so-called gatekeepers. Your pastors, your politicians, different people, your community leaders. These people are weak, man. These people are getting paid in those deals downtown. Getting paid to get envelopes full of money to turn a black eye. A blind eye. Ask yourself, when you're in a black community from the north side to the south side, everybody always hears about how dangerous the black community is. How much it's murder, shooting, gangbanging, drug dealing. But you got every race of people in the black community with restaurants, with stores. You got the East Indian with their 7-Elevens. You got the damn Arab fried chicken for black people. What kind of crap is that, man? You got the white man, he on a Walmart, Walgreens. Walmart they support the KKK, man.
That's right.
Don't you know, if black community is so damn dangerous, why every race of people in the black community getting rich? They not that scared of them. Read.
They are black unto the ground.
Say that again.
They are black unto the ground.
Everybody know when you take a shovel and you dig deep into the ground, man, you get different shades of dirt. That black people come in different many shades, from real light skin to real dark skin, man. That's how you know the Bible talking about that. So once again, it's time for black people to open your ears and your eyes. Come up out that Christian church. Caesar was viewed as an imposter. What a Quran is, man. Quran. Islam is not for black people. Islam is not for black people. The Catholic Church is not for black people. Christian is not for black people. All that stuff has destroyed us, man. The most important thing that you can do as a black, a Hispanic, or Native American Indian is turn back to the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, man. Your pastor done lied to you, man. Christ did not come and do away with the law. Christ came to fulfill the law, man. That's what he did. Your pastor tell you all love. Go to Ecclesiastes 12:10. Your pastor tell you that we should all love one another. That when Christ died for all of us, so all of us should love one another. If that's the truth, somebody needs to tell a white man that did. Because they have been murdering unarmed black men, women, and children for the last 400 years, man.
That's right.
White people think that they can just come and commit all kinds of crimes against black people, but a black man stand up and fight back for himself, that's unheard of. Are you crazy, man? That job is played out. This is a generation today. These kids today are not scared of you, man. And when you have shout come back, that sky car go open, and you see those millions of angels with Christ come back, and you see all of my niggas, you're going to fall to the ground trembling. You're going to be running, you're going to be trying to find your little holes to go in. You're going to be trying to go back into your Caucasus Mountains. You're going to be trying to go into all your little caves that you built. Read.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 10 of the Apocrypha. Never trust thine enemy.
The Bible says never trust thy enemy. Your pastor said that we should love everybody. The Bible said what?
Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thy enemy, man.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to do. You go Martin Luther King is in the Bible, man. That traitor, he in the Bible, man. Matter of fact, go to Jeremiah 23 and 25 right quick. The Martin Luther King's dream was a goddamn nightmare for black people, man. We want segregation. We do not want to be mixed with you people no more. We cannot, y'all do not like us. Y'all be right. Only thing you want a black person to do is play football, box, run track. What you want us to be your entertainment. That's because the Hispanics that took over the boxing ring. You might get down on blacks and Hispanics are the salt of the earth, man. America wouldn't be a damn, America wouldn't be nothing without blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what you need to know, man. Read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 25. I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesied lies in my name.
The Bible says, the Lord said, I have heard what prophets said, that prophesied lies in my name. Even your pastor comes to you talking about God been talking to him. The Lord, they got a personal relationship with the Lord, and he talks to them all the time. That's the damn lie, man. Read.
Saying, I have dreamed. I have dreamed.
Now we all know who said that. I have dreamed. I told you, Martin Luther King is in the Bible, man. Read that again.
I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. I have dreamed.
Martin Luther King was lying when he said, I have dreamed. When he told us that he had a prophecy from the Lord, that was a lie, man. Go to 23, 26.
Verse 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
These prophets today, man, are liars, man. They do not know how to teach you the scriptures in the Bible. If you want to learn how to fight up your demons, if you want to learn what's your real identity as blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you are on this 12 tribes chart.
That's right.
It's 16 nations on this planet, and the Lord don't care about these 12 tribes right here, man. Christ died for the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Native American Indians, man. You see how Donald Trump treats Hispanic people? You got the damn ICE running around trying to just pick people off the damn street. These brothers can't even go over there to Home Depot and pick up their doggone pay their bills. Get out of here, man. We got to wake up. It's time to wake up and understand, man, what's going on. Go to Jeremiah 56 right here. So once again, man, Martin Luther King, I hope you're trying to know I'm afraid myself. That nigga was a traitor, man. You know what his dream was? He wanted to see little black boys and white girls walking hand in hand down the street. Martin Luther King wanted to have sex with white hoes at nighttime when they were not marching in the daytime. That's what Martin Luther King wanted to do. Matter of fact, that's what he was doing. He liked him a white girl. And guess what? According to the Bible, black men are not supposed to sleep with white women. You're supposed to stick with the 12 tribes. You got 12 different nations of women that you can deal with that's bad as hell, man. Our black citizens, you know that check a black woman, you better go shut up damn mouth and get in that kitchen and cook, man. A black woman, you want to be subscribed, you want to come out here, butt neck, half naked, and act like you don't need no man. Never see you go in the kitchen and cook a biscuit from scrap, goddamn.
That's right.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15, verse 6.
Okay, listen, man, for you black women, man, let me tell you, let me give you a chastisement. The most stupidest thing that you can say out of your mouth as a woman is you don't need no man.
Right.
You needed a man to be born, didn't you?
Right.
According to God, you need a man to raise you as well. You damn women, you know what I'm saying, putting black men out the damn house. Your damn sons grow up and shoot up the damn block.
That's right.
Can't you see you ain't supposed to be doing that? Can't you see you supposed to learn to humble yourself and learn to shut your damn mouth so your man can stay around? Listen to them preachers, and all them preachers ever do is make you women get more and more out of control.
Right.
That's why our sisters running around dressing like whores. Damn the Christian church, man.
That's right.
Damn America. Damn the White House.
Right.
Damn the white man.
That's right.
Damn everything about this place, man.
That's right.
concert. That's the captain, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the Israel School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Command of General Holland. We out here for our people, man. We don't give a damn about these other nations. Guess what? Because they racist as hell. They don't give a damn about us. Don't you know? We're not damn Africans, man. When a black man, a young black man, or woman, or child gets shot down and murdered in the streets, you don't see no damn African protesting for us.
That's right.
You see a white man, they wrestle with alligators, they wrestle with bears, they wrestle with sharks, they wrestle with snakes. But when a young black boy walks across the street, you all are knocking their damn doors. Are you crazy? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Who else could it be? Look at that picture, they put that lie on us talking about Jesus Christ as a white man. They want to be the greatest people on earth, but they're not.
Right.
Sir, listen, for you white religious people, man, I got $100 in my pocket right now if you can prove Jesus Christ is a white man. Give me Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. Because guess what I'm going to prove? I'm going to prove Jesus Christ is a nigga according to the Bible. How you like that? Y'all like that? I know you don't like that. You hate niggas, you know what I'm saying? You hate to hear the truth. You understand? But you're going to hear it out here today.
That's right.
You understand? You're going to find out that Jesus Christ was not no white man. That lie right there has been perpetrated for about 400 years.
That's right.
You understand? And now it's time for the truth to come out.
That's right.
Let me explain something to you. God is bringing us closer to America.
That's right.
This place, it got to go, man. This place too filthy. It's built off slavery. It's built off too much blood. You kill so many Native American Indians, we can hardly find them.
That's right.
Point me to where they at. Sister say she is Native American Indian. Give her a hand.
That's right.
You killed 77 million Native American Indians, 100 million Negroes enslaved.
That's right.
And then you know what you told black people? Take my religion. We don't know what your stinking religion is.
That's
Give me that white. Give me that white.
That's
White
right.
Please, we done with your religion, man. Black people suffer too much now. You understand? Now it's time for the prophets of the Lord. You understand? To be resurrected in earth. Pick up the Commander General for holding this truth down, man.
That's right.
Because the Isupk, we the new government of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
That's right.
We the ones that don't fix black people and Hispanics. And this is how you fix black people and Hispanics. Get rid of their religion. Why Jesus have to go? Give me that Quran. Give me that Quran. I'm gonna slam that too. The hell with Islam as well.
That's
the hell
right.
with Buddhism, all that. We following the nigga got up here.
That's right.
Y'all know I used to play baseball. You know I used to play.
That's
Baseball.
right.
The hell with your stinking Quran.
That's right.
Give me read what I need. Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Come on.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
What race of people on the earth got woolly hair? Black people. This is the revelation of Jesus Christ. Read.
As white as snow.
As what?
As white as snow.
So this is a black man with white woolly hair. Like you see a lot of old black men with white woolly hair.
That's right.
Read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Why was Christ's eyes as a flame of fire? Because when black men drink strong drink of wine, their eyes get red. Jesus Christ got to drink wine. Why? Because he did so much work, he needed to take a little aid. Christ like to get a little buzz too.
That's right.
He going out teaching the people the truth. Christ can't show no wine. God damn, the black man, we catching all the hell in the world. We can't get a little wine. You gonna turn on YouTube right now, you gonna see a picture of some black or Hispanic getting beat down. I seen a video just coming over here. The Hispanic brother had his hands up and the cops tasing him while he had his hands up.
That's right.
Then they put the dog on it, you know what I'm saying? Stick the dog on it and let the dog chew on his leg for about 20 minutes. There is no justice for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people in America. That's why God said you got to separate your spirit from America.
Right.
Give the white man back his culture.
Right.
What does that mean? If you just celebrated Easter, God ain't never tell you to celebrate the resurrection of Christ in the Bible.
Right.
And I like to ask you Negroes, what in the hell does a rabbit got to do with the resurrection of Christ?
That's right.
You talking about the Easter egg hunt. You black men running around 30, 40 years old with a pink and turquoise suit on, talking about you doing an Easter egg hunt. I can't find Easter egg hunt in the Bible. I can't find Easter in the Bible.
Right.
Listen, rabbits don't even lay eggs, you dumbass.
Right.
You didn't know that? That's religion dogma, man. What black people supposed to be celebrating is the Passover.
That's right.
We just got to finish celebrating. What is the Passover about? When God took the children of Israel out of Egypt and he killed the Egyptians.
That's right.
Why? God is a separatist. You ain't learned about the truth of the Most High. The Most High don't want all races to come together, you big dummy. Why you think he created 14 different races?
Right.
It's like creating 14 different flavors.
That's
Barbecue sauce ain't the same as ketchup. I personally like barbecue sauce. Mayonnaise ain't the same as ketchup either.
right.
But the Lord created blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians to be a different flavor. Just like he created all races. Read.
Verse 15. And his feet.
And his what?
And his feet.
His shoes.
His feet.
Let's find out what was the color of Jesus Christ's feet. Was they white or was they black? Let's find out. Because the white man been lying to us. Once I found out the white man was lying, I said, well, let me get out here and start to speak about the white man's lies so I can fix black people. Get them all together.
Right.
They wonder why we so goddamn crazy. We running around for 400 years and don't know who the hell we are. You will lose your mind too. You understand?
As if they burned in a furnace.
If they what?
Oh, sorry. Like unto fine bread. As if they burned in a furnace.
So not only was he dark, Jesus Christ was a very dark man like myself.
That's right.
Look, my beard turning white too. I can't wait till it turn all white. I'm gonna be looking just like Christ looked. Okay? And that's gonna be a beautiful thing. That's the real color of Christ. Now take me to Acts chapter 13, verse 1. I'm gonna show you that the word nigga, I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna show you that the word nigga is in the Bible. Anybody want to challenge me on that? Let's spend $100. I can show you that the word nigga is in the Bible. How many of y'all want to, how many people in the congregation would like to show you that the word nigga is in the Bible? Because if the word nigga is in the Bible, and Jesus Christ is a nigga, and if Jesus Christ returns, what does that mean for America? If you get niggas coming back in chariots, even the angels is niggas according to the Bible. Y'all didn't know that? The white man and the angel ain't nothing good about him. But murder, but lies, but slavery. That's all white people do. War. They trying to take over the earth right now. Right. And that's why you think it's the Third World War is about to happen. Right. Because there's countries that don't plan on letting white people take over the earth. Right. So America's gonna be fighting China. America's gonna fight Russia. America's gonna fight Iran. The Third World War is inevitable, man. That's right. Read.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Read.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers.
Certain who?
Prophets and teachers.
That's what we are. Prophets and teachers. We teach you prophecy. We teach you the Bible. Right. Read.
As Barnabas and Simeon.
As who?
Barnabas and Simeon.
Read.
That was called Niger.
Spell it.
Nider.
They call the prophets of the Lord niggas 2,000 years ago in the Bible.
That's right.
Tell your preacher to show you that on Sunday.
That's right.
The white man ain't, if all the prophets of God were black and Hispanics, why are white people trying to teach the Bible?
Right.
The Bible has nothing to do with white people.
That's right.
The Bible is a book about black people. It's the book of, what the brother say? The book of niggerlations. Yeah, that's what the Bible pertains to strictly for my niggas, like Tupac album. It ain't got nothing to do with no other race. It ain't got nothing to do with you Chinese. It ain't got nothing to do with you Arabs. It ain't got nothing to do with you white people. And it damn sure ain't got nothing to do with you stinking, crusty foot Africans.
That's right.
It ain't got nothing to do with you either. They got to do with the people who have lost their identity.
Right.
Hispanics, they lost their identity.
Right.
The Bible is for you. Negroes, they lost their identity. The Bible is for you.
Right.
God. And Lucius of Cyrene.
Drop it. I'm going to pass it back to the brother.
Big ups to the captain, man. Once again, man, go over to Maccabees chapter 7, 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 32. Like the captain was bringing out, man, this Bible is for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. This Bible's not for no other race of people that's on this planet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to open our, we got to come up out of these Christian churches. We got to come up out of those mosques, that Islam that's not for black people,
Right.
and Hispanics, the Catholic Church. You know, y'all know the significance. Y'all know what them old men be doing to the kids in that damn church.
Right.
And y'all still let y'all babies go inside that damn Catholic Church. All the old perverted men in there paying millions of dollars to shut your mouth.
Right.
Quit playing, man. It's happening in the Christian church too.
Yeah.
The pastors, they molesting children in the Christian churches. The pastors are sleep with your wife. The pastors, they got the greedy dogs, man.
That's
It's
right.
all about money, man. That's all it's about. You go to your pastor for some help, he'll tell you you got to pray to God. And at the same time, he passes his bucket around, collecting all the money he can get his hands on.
Right.
Come on, man. It's time to wake up. You got that out? Read.
This is the book of 2nd Maccabees, chapter 7, and verse 32 in the Apocrypha.
Now, y'all wonder why we're in the condition that we're in. Y'all wonder why black people suffer the way we suffer. This is why we suffer. Because we're following the one and only true living God, man. You don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You want to eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You want to celebrate Easter. You want to celebrate Independence Day.
Right.
That's right. That's the white man religion, man. The hell with Independence Day,
That's
man.
right.
If you black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, get about them damn armies, man. Get about that Navy. Get about that Marine. The hell with America, man. I hope and pray that the Lord come back and utterly destroy this goddamn place. And deserve it for what they have done to black people, Hispanic people, man. Quit playing. Read.
Verse 32, for we suffer because of our sin.
We suffer because of what?
Our sin.
We suffer because of our sins, man.
That's right.
Ecclesiastes 12:66. Your pastor said that God loves everybody. Your pastor said God hates the sinner but loves the sinner. That's not in the Bible, man. According to the Bible, the Lord hates the sinner and the sinner, man.
That's right.
Matter of fact, we're going to show you.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and verse 6.
Once again, and another thing, a lot of y'all don't know that the word hate is in the Bible. Read.
For the Most High hateth sinners.
Spell hate.
H-A-T-E.
The Lord hates the sinner and the sinner, man.
That's right.
You eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. You celebrate your birthday. You celebrate all these old holidays and stuff. You walk around here smoking weed, selling drugs, gangbanging, and doing all that. The Lord hates you, man. The Lord is not with you when you celebrate these holidays, man. You cannot, women cannot go and take off their clothes and shake their tails for money in the strip club, and right before they go out there and shake their tails for money, what they do? They form a circle and pray to God that they get a lot of money tonight.
That's right.
When you sell drugs, the average black man that I know, he'll bag up his cocaine and he's gonna pray to God, don't let me go to jail tonight.
Right.
The Lord don't listen to them kind of prayers, man.
That's right.
Where we at? So once again, this Israel School, the Universal Practical Knowledge, we out here to wake up black men. We out here to wake up Hispanics. And we out here to wake up Native American Indians. The white man got us thinking that we're not related, man. We are all from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
And we are not niggas, we're not Africans. We don't give a damn about a goddamn African.
Right.
The hell with a funky African.
Right.
We don't eat no damn monkeys. We don't let cows piss on our head. We don't walk around barefooted, man. Running all around. We're not from Africa, man.
Right.
The Hispanics. You see how these white people treat the Hispanic brothers and sisters over here, man. They got ICE chasing people down and sending them away. What about their First Amendment right, man?
Right.
What kind of crap is that? Stop it, man. Read.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, and verse 24. I say therefore unto you, that ye shall die in your sins.
The Bible says that the wages of sin is death,
Right.
but the gift of God is eternal life, man.
That's
Read that
right.
again.
I said therefore unto you, that ye shall die in your sins.
So that means if two men decide to sleep together, they gonna die in their sin.
Right.
If two women sleep together, they gonna die in their sin.
Right.
Man.
Right.
That alternative lifestyle is for the white man. The white man is a natural homosexual over here. Why do you think they push it so hard? Why do you think they put it all on the TV? Why do you think they put it all on the airwaves? Why do you think it seems like it's an alternative lifestyle?
Right.
According to the Bible, that's an abomination to the Most High, man.
Right.
Ain't no man supposed to sleep with no damn man. Ain't no woman supposed Isupk. So once again, man, this is the Israel School of Universal Attraction Knowledge under command of General Harvard. We out here for our people, the Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indian, man. It's time for you to open your ears and open your eyes and come and ask questions, man. Come about that Christian church. That Christian church that misled people. People like Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, Griff O'Donnell, T.D. Jakes, all of them, ain't none of them men of God, man. All of them are disgusting, wicked bastards. That's greedy dogs that all they want to do is get rich. You think they give a damn about black people in America? You know what? These politicians don't give a damn about you, man. You done fought your tail off to go down there and cast a ballot for a person that don't give a damn about you. Wake up, man. Stop walking around. It's like spiritually you dead.
Read now. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
The Lord is talking about black people right now, man. He said he knows thy works and thy tribulation and thy poverty. Who you think he's talking about right now? Who that sounding like? Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
So that's telling you it's the difference between a Jew and a Jewish man. That Jewish man is an imposter, man.
That's right.
The hell with them so-called Jewish people, man.
Right.
That's not time to drill. This is the Israel School of Universal Attraction Knowledge under command of General Harvard. That's Shalom.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand.
That's right.
Listen, we got a young man up here. His father's a so-called Mexican, but his mother is white. So Mexicans are the Israelites. He want to know the truth about Christ. The Christ come for everybody, correct? Correct?
Christ come for yes.
Give me Matthew 15, verse 24. See, this is one of the lies that have been perpetrated, you know what I'm saying, throughout the earth, that Jesus Christ is for everybody.
That's
Jesus Christ, what I'm going to say is going to offend you, but Jesus Christ ain't give a damn about nobody but the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel.
right.
Christ was a separatist, man. And that's what we got to face. They taught the Christ that you learned about, he accepts everybody, whether you're gay or it don't even matter. Christ was militant, man. He was a straight up warlord. And now let's read who Christ came for. According not to what I say, but according to Jesus Christ's words. Read what we got.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 24.
Come on.
When he answered and said,
This is Jesus Christ answering the white woman. She was a Greek, right? She was asking to be saved. She was asking to be helped. Christ did shoot her a crumb. But that don't mean that Christ came for white people. That don't mean that Christ came for Africans. Let's read what Christ said. Listen, you just a brother that's been you're drunk off Christianity.
That's
I know
right.
it's hard to accept, but today you're gonna get the truth.
That's right.
I am not sick.
Jesus Christ said what?
I am not sick.
Imagine you got a fire in the house, all races in the house. I'm the fireman. I show up with a fire hose. And I say, I ain't sick, but to save black people up out of this house, blacks and Hispanics out of this house. What does that make me? What would that make me? So imagine you got a house. You got all races of people in the house. The house is on fire. It's about to burn down to the ground. I got the power to save. I show up with the fire hose, right? And I say, listen, the only people I'm going to save out of this house is blacks and Hispanics. Every other race, you stay in this house and burn. What does that make me?
Racist.
A racist? All right, let's find out what Christ said. Read.
I am not sick.
From the top.
But he answered and said,
Jesus Christ answered and said, read.
I am not sick.
I am not sick. Read.
But
When you read the Greek, it means only. Read.
unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
To the whole
Lost sheep of the house of Israel.
white people.
House of Israel.
Japanese.
The lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Arab.
House of Israel.
African.
The house of Israel.
That don't include no white people.
That's right.
That's the truth about Christ. He didn't come for every goddamn body. He only came for the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel.
That's right.
White people don't need to be saved.
That's right.
They already got America. And you too damn drunk to see it. That's what the problem with you Negroes. white man got heaven, you in hell, you want him to go to heaven with you. White people ain't going to heaven with us. According to the Bible, they gonna serve slavery like we serve slavery.
Right.
The hell is wrong with you? The hell is wrong with you Negroes, man? Especially you men. You black and you Hispanic and you Native Indian men, stop following behind your damn woman.
That's right.
And being weak.
That's
Put her in order and bring your ass to class.
That's
And let's set this station back in order.
That's right.
She says she don't want to run with you. Cool. Go get you another one.
That's
God said America has as many wives as he so choose.
That's right.
America tell you give me one woman. Ain't that a bitch? That's like walking in 31 flavors and saying, well, you got to get one ice cream. Damn that. I want cookies and cream. I want chocolate.
That's right.
I want a variety of women. Blacks and Hispanic and Native Indian women are the baddest women on the planet.
That's right.
I definitely don't want no white girl.
That's right.
That's like eating a cup of mayonnaise without no meat.
Right.
You understand? I know it hurts you. Give me Matthew. Give me John 4:22. I'm gonna set you straight. This jacket is hot. We gonna learn about the truth today. You take this back to your preacher. Tell him to give me a call and we'll have a debate.
That's right.
It take you 15 minutes. You know what he'll say? Well, the Bible ain't all the way accurate.
That's
There's
right.
a lot of lies in the Bible. That's what we have to, when we teach Christians the truth, now they're ready to throw the Bible in the garbage can.
That's right.
Read John 4:22.
This is the book of John, chapter 4 and verse 22.
Read.
Ye worship, ye know not what.
Ye worship, you know not what. Christians is worshiping the God that ain't real. They worshiping the Christ that ain't real. They didn't call to Christ for everybody.
Right.
God for everybody. That's why Christ said what? What did Christ say?
Ye worship, ye know not what.
You don't know what the hell you worshiping. Read.
We know what we worship.
We know what we worship in our Isupk.
Right.
We worship a nigga God.
Right.
That's only for blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We worship a black man named Jesus Christ.
That's right.
We know what we worship.
That's
Read.
right.
We know what we worship for salvation.
For what?
Salvation.
Christian church says salvation is for everybody. Right? Let's see what Christ said. Read it from the top.
Ye worship, ye know not what.
Read.
We know what we worship.
We know what we worship. Read.
For salvation.
For what?
Salvation.
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 What?
Salvation.
Read.
It's of the Jews.
It's of what?
The Jews.
Salvation is
That's
of the Jews, man.
That's right.
These people on the side is who salvation belongs to, according to the Bible. You understand that? I know that they taught you in the Christian church that Christ for everybody, but didn't Christ also say many false Christs shall arise?
That's right.
White, if they told you white Jesus, that he was white, we go in the Bible so he was black, and you find out that's a lie, you should know that everything they told you about Christ is a lie.
That's right.
Jesus Christ is not no punk, man. When Christ went in the temple, he turned over the tables because they was in there committing robbery.
Right.
He said when they went to go look for John the Baptist, what did you go look to find? A man shaking in the wind? Men of God are strong men.
Right.
Masculine as hell. That's what we are. We ain't no punks up here, even though we teach the Bible. There's many people we didn't have to put boots their ass up here because they thought that we Christians. Now we're not out here to attack nobody, but guess what? We will defend ourselves
That's right.
at all costs. A man is allowed to defend himself. A Christian is like Martin Luther King. That's a Christian. He was it, stop trying to join the white man. White man hit him in the head with a bottle. That nigga keep right on walking. He turned the other cheek like a straight up B-I-T-C-H.
That's right.
That ain't no man. What woman want to follow a man that get hit with a rock and keep walking?
That's right.
You need men that's gonna be warriors.
Right.
That's what the ISUPK is all about. We call them black men out of the ghettos, man. Because America, you failed at the job of raising up black and Hispanic men.
That's right.
The white man, because of his philosophy, all our young men, they go straight to the prison. You understand? Because of the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I don't know that. You understand? Y'all keep looking this man in the face like he wholesome and he just so loving. The white man, he signed 170 peace treaties with the Native Indians and keep one of them. Now, how you ain't damn white man? You couldn't keep two of them joints? White man is a disgusting bastard, man. He's the reason why black people are so destroyed. Well, we got broken families and our sons is homosexuals and our daughters is lesbians. When the hell are two women getting in the bedroom talking about they rubbing coochies together? That ain't nothing but friction. What's gonna come out of that?
Fire.
Right? Now, I know you laughing, but that's how dumb it is. But you following the white man and take on his philosophy, and this is what didn't happen to you. Now, I know you don't like to hear it like this, but as a prophet of the Lord, I really don't give a damn what you like to hear.
That's right.
Because God said, cry loud and spare not.
Right.
God, when it comes to the truth, we don't give a damn what you want to hear and what you like to hear.
Right.
Now y'all running around talking about speak the truth, but don't judge.
Hey, while I go.
We listen, but we don't judge. What the hell came up with that?
Right.
Whoever said we listen and we don't judge, they need a swift kick in their behind. Don't you know judgment is all in the Bible?
Right.
And men and God, we supposed to judge. As a parent, you supposed to judge. You supposed to teach your kids what's right and wrong.
Right.
You talking about don't judge. You don't even understand the damn Bible.
Right.
Judgment is supposed to be rain. It's supposed to rain in the earth.
Verse 23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth.
In spirit and what?
And in truth.
That belongs to the ISUPK.
Right.
You're supposed to worship the Heavenly Father in spirit and in truth.
Right.
If you celebrate Easter, you're not celebrating God in spirit and truth.
Right.
Rabbits don't lay eggs. That's not real. Christmas is not real. Have you ever seen reindeers flying in the sky?
Right.
Have you ever seen that? I've been looking every December 25th. I look up to see if it's a white man and reindeers. I just haven't seen it because it's not real. Rabbits don't lay Easter. Now all the white man's holidays is fabrication. It's like a comic book.
That's right.
That's what it is. That's it. I'm passing the mic to the next speaker. Get a captain in hand, man. Powerful captain. You understand? It's over Chicago. A father to Chicago. Here we are. You looking at us like we might be some bums. Go get a job, black man. Go get a job, Native American man. And then you question us on racism? When you don't understand the reason why we can't get a job is because America was built on racism. America's not built on dumping. America's built off the backs of the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. And then you got white people got the nerve to walk down the damn magnificent mile. Like this mile is more magnificent than 63rd. Like this mile, there's nothing impressive about what's over here. Nothing. But I tell you what is impressive. Those young brothers, those young warriors that's over there on the 63rd. Those young warriors that's over there in O-Block on the west side of Chicago. That's in every ghetto and barrio in America have been oppressed by racist laws, a system of racism. And yet, you look at the prophets of God and say that we're racist? Do you not even understand the term racism? Racism is only acquired when a person has enough power to dictate or to modify laws and amendments, man. You understand that? That's the point.
Right.
There's no way that a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian can be racist because you don't have the power to be racist.
Right.
Why? Because the white man is the devil. He done lied to the entire earth. He done lied and said, you listen to the white man, he'll tell you that the earth is 240 million years old. How the fuck does he know that the earth is 1 million years old? He does not know, excuse my French. But let me tell you something, man. You're gonna have to stand up and really realize what's going on in America. You're gonna have to really realize what's going on with the people who hold power in America. They put their foot on their neck and they will never let it up. No matter how many songs you sing, no matter how many Let's talk about him real quick. You want to talk about racism? Let's talk about the NFL. Here you are, you hate racism, but you will tune in for the Super Bowl.
Right.
You are a hypocrite. That is the problem with people who say that they love Christ. Christ's #1 enemies were the hypocrites. Don't you understand? Give me something 9-4-1, man. Let me tell you the solution to your situation with the Jewish Sanders. So here we are. You got Eli Manning, and what's the cat name? Arch Manning. Arch Manning is trash. Shedeur Sanders was the best.
That's right.
In the NCAA, he was the absolute best.
Right.
But you want to know what? They blackballed him. You want to know why? Because America always talks about where the fathers at. Where the fathers who going to raise these young black men and stop having them gangbang and shoot up the downtown area.
Right.
Well, Deion Sanders was one of those men.
Right.
He chastised his son, even though he grew up rich. He didn't let him know that he had a silver spoon in his mouth.
Right.
You looking at a man who was damn near like Moses. Moses grew up very rich in Egypt, but yet he still understood what he needed to do as a person. I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is our Moses, but what I'm saying is the way that a man can think, even though you're in poverty and you watching your brothers and sisters struggle for every penny, scratch for every dime, yet you have everything, but you come out there and you play with discipline like a young man who listens to his father. Most rich white boys hate their father. Their father is the worst thing that they ever see when they come home.
Right.
Because that white man will come home and beat the damn dog mess out of that boy.
Right.
And make him want to commit suicide. And make him want to go become a mass shooter.
Right.
That's what America produces for white men, mass shooters.
That's right.
Mass shooters is what you got from white men.
Right.
Here you are profiling black and Hispanic man when we're the greatest, most peaceful people that you can find on the planet. But you don't profile people like Dylan Storm Roof, who walk into a church and unalive innocent, peaceful black people that just wanted, they were suffering from a drug called Christianity and just wanted to love white Jesus. So then the first white man that they see, that's white Jesus to them.
That's right.
And they let their guard down and they were unalive for it.
Right.
You want to know if you're going to stop and frisk anybody, let it be your average white man. From a white man from the age of 18 to 37.
Right.
He should be profiled at every cost. If he got a backpack on and some sunglasses, profile him.
Right.
Do not let him in.
Right.
I'm telling you, don't let him in. You saw the movie Sinners, right?
Right.
You saw the movie Sinners? Sinners is the problem. You letting white people in.
Right.
Stop letting them in. Stop inviting them in. Listen, what did Martin Luther King say? You don't judge a man by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character.
Right.
Okay, well then let's do that. Who lied to you and told you that Jesus Christ was a white man? Who lied to you and told you that the Jews were the Jewish people who occupying our land right now?
Right.
Who lied and told you that you were Africans because they picked you up in Africa?
Right.
If I find a dog on a boat, does that make the dog a fish? Absolutely not. So here's what you gotta understand. History has been written by the people who have conquered you, and they have no intention of setting you free. Right. Not one. Not one. And you don't understand because you don't have chains on. And you're not put in a cabin. You think you're free. Right. Because you think you're free enough to actually decide what you should do as an individual, when being an individual is the problem. Right. When the Bible says to do this, free.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
What?
Gather yourselves together.
Read.
Yea.
Who?
Yea. Gather together. O nations, not desired.
Who's the undesirables on the planet today?
Right.
Who? It ain't the Japanese.
Right.
It ain't the white man.
Right.
It ain't the East Indians. East Indians just got the deal from Apple to start making iPhones. They took it from the Chinese and gave it to the East Indians.
Right.
Here you are. Meanwhile, you've been here for 400 years. You can't get a damn drop out of a bucket. They tell you to pick yourself up by the bootstrap.
Right.
They took over Dunkin' Donuts with racism. Every time you go in Dunkin' Donuts, all you see is the East Indians. Hello, buddy, how you doing? They took over the damn telemarketing. Every time you answer the call for a telemarketer, what you say? You're Jewish? Look, check this out. You are not a Jew. You wish you were a Jew.
That's
She
right.
said it in her own speech.
That's right.
Those are the people who stole, black men. Those are the people who stole your identity and said that they were the Jews and are not. Give me Revelation chapter 2 and 9.
That's right.
These people are liars, have never been Jews before.
That's right.
Jesus Christ was a black man
That's
in
right.
skin, in hair. He's the profile that this man over here sitting down. That's what Jesus Christ looked like.
Right.
Jesus Christ looked like this man.
That's
Jesus Christ
right.
looked like this man.
That's right.
Not like Donald Trump. Not like, what's the other cat that run, who? Elon Musk. I'm talking about the Jewish cat who's running Israel right now. Benjamin Yahoo, whatever the hell his name is. Ben Yahoo. Hootie Hoo, Benjamin Hootie Hoo. He's not a Jew, man. The real Jews, according to the Bible, are black people. They are a dark-skinned people, and everybody knows it. Black man, you're the only person who denying it because you want to continue to smoke weed. While you smoke weed, here's what the Bible says about the people who stole your land. Here you are thinking that Mexico is your homeland, when it is not. Here you are thinking that Brazil is your homeland, and it's not. America's not your homeland. Your homeland is in Israel. It's in the Middle East. You are the people who should be running Palestine. You are the people who should be running Saudi Arabia, Mesopotamia, Israel, Syria. That is your land. You're not even in the fight. Here we are. The third world war is about to happen for that land. You're not even in the fight. The rightful owners aren't even in the fight. You've been swindled out. And you know what you took instead of it? You took reality TV. You took drugs. You took Turn It Up. You took Gucci Louis Prada. You took clubbing. You want money that you don't even really control. That's what you want. You don't want your homeland. Meanwhile, the scriptures say, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works. What? I know thy works. Black man, Christ know your works. He know what you're working for. He know we've been in here trying to be the best we can be in America. And every time we do, we get kicked down, man. Here you are looking at Deion Sanders. He spent his life in the NFL, gave 2 toes to the NFL. Raised his sons to be good, law-abiding citizens in America. And then what did they do? Because he didn't want to be the damn Cowboys coach and went to college, then when his son is ready for the draft, they drafted him 5th. One of his sons ain't even drafted unless the news broke that Shiloh got into the NFL. Those should have been the first ones because, first of all, who's a better quarterback? Arch Manning or Shadir Sanders? Let's just talk about it. I got the notes right here. Christ knows your works, but you keep getting kicked down. Read.
And tribulation. And poverty.
And what?
And poverty.
Why are we in poverty? Because there's systematic things that are happening in America behind closed doors or in courtrooms, places that black people dare not to go into.
That's right.
Why don't we have more black lawyers? Because we dare not to. Why do we not have black judges? Because you dare not to. Let me tell you something, man. There are judges on the earth. You're looking at them. These are the men that's going to judge the earth in the Israelite school of UPK. Under Commander General Yohana, we will judge the earth. Free.
But thou art rich.
What?
Thou art rich.
And really, you don't even understand the potential you got. You fumbled it with the bus boycott. The bus boycott, you fumbled that. Yeah, you boycotted the buses. You got off of them. But you know what you should have done if you would have had a man like Commander General Yohana to lead you? After that, you would have had your own buses. You never would have had to sit on the bus with a white man ever again. Nobody would have ever told you to go to the back of the bus ever again.
That's right.
After the bus boycott. So you know what you should do with the NFL? If black people really love black people, every black NFL player, every Hispanic NFL player, every Native Indian NFL player should leave the NFL.
That's right.
If you love black. But the problem, listen, stay up there. How in the hell is 80% of the NFL none but niggas and 100% of the owners is white? Now, you can't tell me that ain't plantation life like something you cannot believe. And that's a hard thing for you blacks and Hispanics, and you live Indians to admit. You are still in slavery, man. You still in slavery. You don't control your destiny, man. And in order to control your destiny, you ain't got the one option. And the only option you got is to turn back to the God of the niggas, man.
That's right.
Give white people back. Get back to them. Somebody give you something that don't work. It's like some tools. These tools, give back the tools. Give me some tools that work.
Right.
The only tools that work is us loving us.
That's right.
That's it. We ain't loving no other race of people but our own.
Right.
Don't ask me to love white people. Don't ask me to love Chinese, Africans, and nobody else. Why? They don't give a damn about us.
That's right.
So why do you still believe in a philosophy that's telling you to love the people that hate you?
Right.
Damn that. Hey, what Cap said was absolutely heavy. There's some lyrics to a song that says, it feels so good loving somebody that loves you back. If nobody loves you back, this is a one-sided relationship. Imagine that. How many people are in dysfunctional relationships in America today? When a man loves a woman that only loves her goddamn self. Right. She look in the mirror and care about what makeup look like. She want to dress like a whore. Go from this man's instructions. Go out to the club and he's fighting for a whore. You know how many black men are in prison because of a whore? Oh, she loved you so much until you locked up. Why? Because of her. Listen, I'm telling you right now, black men, stop crashing out for these sisters who don't want to be protected. You cannot protect a woman who does not want your instructions.
Right.
That's a fact. You ever tried to save somebody and they drowning, you hop in the damn water and you say, stop struggling. Stop struggling, you're gonna make me drown with you. But they keep struggling, I'm gonna let you go. Here's the problem. Black men, you keep holding on to this damn woman who the white man has turned into your number one enemy. He done broke into your house, pulled you out the house, took your house over, and turned the number one commodity that you control against you, which is black women.
Right.
Black women power the economy in America.
Right.
When a gay man want to be gay, I don't give a damn what race he is. Who does he act like? A white woman? A black woman. He put on the spirit of a black woman. Why? Because that's what they want. They want your sons to be your daughters and your daughters to be your sons. But let me tell you something, man. Christ knows your tribulation, man. He knows your struggle, man. It would behoove every black man that hears my voice, every Hispanic and Native Indian that hears my voice, to come get with men who really are a part of the struggle, man.
Right.
There's a real struggle going on out here. It ain't for a block. It's for your soul.
Right.
Don't you realize that?
Right.
Read.
I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
A lie is a blasphemy. There's a people right now in Israel who say they are Jews. Here it is, a Jew talking about his land and the people that he saw. And what he's prophesying is in the future. That in the future, there's going to be a people who say that they're Jews and are not. What color is that red?
Red.
What?
Red.
It signifies that this is Jesus Christ's words.
Right.
If you love Jesus, then you cannot love the white man who says that he is a Jew.
Right.
Because then that will make you a hypocrite.
Right.
White man just assume who you really are. You forgot that you didn't hide these books and burn all of them. And then what you did was, you gave us an opportunity in education, in history, and in archaeology, and in travel. If you were smart, you would have kept us in chattel slavery, but you didn't. You want to know why? Because your pride is what's going to make you go to. That's what's going to bring you down. Your pride. What you say, brother? Oh, they hiding it, but they ain't hiding it too well. Because all the education, we went and found it out. We are absolutely top scholars on the earth. So when we say that we know that Jesus Christ is black, we can prove that in 20 different ways. When we say that we know the Israelites are black, we can prove that in 20 different ways. When we say that the nobility of Europe were actually black men, we can prove that in 20 different ways. Where's the sign at? Where's the sign at? Can I get the Russian icon sign? Just a little sign to show you about the research that we've been doing. Here's a sign that shows you the true nobility of Europe before white people in their murderous tendencies decided to lie their way in, close to us and then murder us and put us in the transatlantic slave trade. Here you are thought that all the so-called African Americans came from the west coast of Africa, and you don't know history. It was called the triangular slave trade before it was called the transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade was famous for taking the outcasts that the white people who were taking over Europe were throwing to America. They would put them on the slave ships first, take them down to Africa, put more people on from Africa on the slave ship, and then bring them to America, which is why it was called the triangular slave trade. So black men came over here with what you would call some English names, like Douglas and Moore and Morrison. You understand? And Stewart and Butler and all those different types of black names that you can find. Yes, those people were. And Bruce, names like that. Every person that got off the slave ships were not illiterate in English. They were actually the ones who invented English. Here you are, you thought that English is a white man's language. English was created by black men who ruled Europe. The kings of Europe have always been black up until the Renaissance era. The Renaissance era came along, and then now it began to be whitewashed deliberately. Now, I got many historical books over there that I can open up and just show you if you don't want to believe me. So why is Yale not teaching this? Does my education exceed the education of a Yale education? Absolutely. There's no education that can stand to the education of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. If you want to try me, come try me. Come try it. No one can. These blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the children of God. And you better realize that, man. You better realize that the black, look at this. These are the black coats of arms of Europe. It'll tell you the time periods. 1100, 1300, 1200, 900, 1500, 1400, 1700. Did you know that Benjamin Franklin said, while he was over here in America, that the kings of Europe were still Swarthy? Swarthy means black. In the 1700s and the 1800s, the kings in Europe are still black. You didn't even know that. Why? Because you were serving platters to white people in the big house, to massa in the big house. Because you were helping America build the most disgusting empire that has ever erected in history. Which is why God is going to bathe your blood, the streets with your blood here in America. You think you about to get out of the Third World War? It's not happening. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are damn near running parallel with Hitler, except for they have done it the right way. Because those fake Jewish people that were over there in Hitler's regime are not the real Jews. But you Negroes in America, you Native Indians and Hispanics, you are the real Jews. The biblical bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And anybody with a real education in a university, a prestigious university, they know this, man. They just hide this from you. You wanted to be the fly on the wall at white people dinner in their house. You don't know what they talk about? They call you niggas and how you think you're going to be taking over America and how Donald Trump is so great to make America again. And guess what? We just came from Atlanta and we just had the Hebrew Academy graduation. In the Hebrew Academy graduation, we made it go viral. And there's plenty of good-looking white men and white women on the damn, like fighting age white men who are on their posts talking about how they've been in the mountains training for over 50 years about what they're about to do to the ghetto. You think we ain't been training for over 50 years as well? Listen, never underestimate your opponent. I know white people, I know you think you can shoot the best, and I know you think you can fight the best. I'm gonna tell you right now, you are not in power on the earth because you can fight well. You aren't the best fighter. You're just the best deceiver. You're the best liar. You made 170 plus peace treaties with the Native American Indians here in America and kept none. And they trusted you. And you have no character. You're a beast, man. You're a beast. Read. Actually, go back to Zephaniah. Show you what God showed us in the Bible. You didn't know that God was a racist in the Bible? While white people are teaching you the book and they not even a part of the damn book. Right. They are not the people of the book. They just were able to take you, wipe your identity out of you, wipe your language out of you. Here's what white people won't tell you. When they got you from Africa, you wasn't speaking an African language. Right. Any real white people out here that'll tell black people, besides me, would anyone tell the truth about the language that black people were speaking when they first came to America? Anybody? Is there any noble white people that'll tell the truth about the language that the Native Indians were speaking before America, before white people came over here? Nobody? Or do you not know? Or is the education in the Israelite school UPK better than what you can find in Yale and Harvard and Princeton? It absolutely is. Because I'll bring out one book right now that proves to you that the Native American Indians were speaking ancient Hebrew, man. Right. Black people, you didn't come over here on slave ships speaking the African language. That ain't you. Right. You ain't come over here with plates in your lips. That's right. And rings up your neck, eating doodoo sticks. That ain't what you came over here doing. You came over here a prince of the power, man. That's right. The Lord chose the people and they knew it. You had names like Uriah, Ariah. You had names like that. You didn't have that. You didn't have names like Umbufu, Antetokounmpo, Kunta Kinte, Manupo, Fufu, Chala. You didn't have all of that, man. Africans know that you're not the same as them. You know that. Here you are, meanwhile, working your ass off in America. America gives you no rest. Let me get into my topic. I'm talking about Deion Sanders and his son Shador and Shiloh. How America is inherently racist against my people, man. Knowing that Shador Sanders is the best quarterback that the NCAA has ever seen. Right. That is a fact. If you don't believe me, just Google it. Actually, ask ChatGPT. Who's the best NCAA quarterback to ever live? Right. Statistically wise. It's Shador Sanders. That's right. Right. And then compare him to Arch Manning. Arch Manning's stats. Listen, the stats that Shador Sanders has in 1 year, and compared to Arch Manning's stats that he had in 1 year, he tripled him in stats. But you know what? The NFL owners are 100 white people. 80% of the players are black and Hispanic. Right. That's the plantation. You watching them castrate a black man on national TV, and you don't even realize that they are implementing chattel slavery again. Right. You know how much does one NFL game make here in Chicago? Ooh. If you Google it, you'll see $1 billion. One game. One. Based off of the concessions, off of the merchandise. Listen, I got a chance to meet a man, he lives in Milwaukee. He's one of the last surviving people to play in the Negro Leagues. And I sat down and I talked to this brother, man. His last name is Bill, right? This brother told us, he was there with me. This brother told us that the Negro Leagues, when he was alive, he got to see the economy of black America was better than the economy of white America. Damn. During the Negro Leagues. Right. During the Negro Leagues, right during the Great Depression, when white people were struggling to do any goddamn thing. When Black Wall Street was popping, when Harlem was popping. Right. Don't you know white people stole the numbers business and called it the lottery? Right. Here you are going to play the lottery. That's a black enterprise. Right. That white people lobbied laws against black people and stole it and turned it into the state lottery. Right. And you talking about racism, man? Black and Hispanics should be living deliciously off the lottery. Right. But you know who do? America. America lives deliciously off the lottery. But everybody knows that the numbers business was invented by black people during the Great Depression and then Prohibition. We had our own number system. Right. But no one else was holding from us. by a black man. The carburetor that goes into the automobile that lets it even run was built by George Washington Carver. You know what they did for him after he created it? One of the everybody in America has cars. They're overpriced as hell. Everybody has a car. There's more people that have cars than don't really look like it. Everybody walking up and down is 80% of y'all have a car. And black people do not get any dime off the cars.
Right.
Not one.
Right.
And George Washington Carver invented the carburetor, man.
Right.
And you know what white people did for George Washington Carver? They cut his balls off. They castrated him. And they only make him famous for inventions based off of a freaking peanut, man.
Right.
Here you are. You thought that George Washington Carver was the head of the peanut gallery. And no, really, he's the man who invented the damn carburetor.
That's right.
It would be, you know what car is short for? Anybody know? Anybody know? Why do you call this the car? Why do they call vehicles cars? Anybody? Is everybody stupid and dumb?
That's right.
They call it a car because of the carburetor. That's why black men invented that. Well, who invented the stoplight?
Black man.
Did a white man invent the stoplight? Absolutely not. Who invented the telephone? White people. You wouldn't have cell phones in your hand right now if it wasn't for the mind of a slave who invented the damn telephone.
Right.
He invented how you the telephone is a spin-off of the telegram. Who invented the telegram? A black man. Who invented the TV? A black. White people didn't invent a damn thing. The only thing white people are known for is stealing, man.
That's right.
You devils are the most stealing people in the world.
That's right.
How can a white man be French when the original French people were black?
Right.
The indigenous Americans were black and brown. How
That's
the
right.
hell is a white man an Indian?
Right.
Somebody help me out with that. For the life of me, I don't get it. Hell, he's the last samurai. He's Beethoven.
That's Mohican.
He's Batman. He's Mario. He's Luigi.
That's right.
Listen, the white man lives in a fantasy world and you bought into it. That's why you love America. When the real superheroes have always been black.
That's right.
You know who the Lone Ranger is? The Lone Ranger was an actual black man.
Right.
When you see him on TV, he's white. In 100 years, if Christ don't come back and burn this damn place down, Michael Jordan will be white.
Right.
And so will Michael Jackson.
Right.
So history will be lost. Kanye West will be white. Hey, check this out. You ready? Birdman will be white.
Birdman.
I'm going to say Birdman, Baby Williams is going to be white. Lil Wayne going to be white in 100 years. Let America tell it. And you think the mind of white people created those intricate crescendos, those crazy symphonies that black people had made? Beethoven was a nigger, man. I hope you understand that. He was not white like white people trying to tell you. And you believe every damn thing you see on the screen. Everything you see on the screen, you think that is true. How do I know? How do I know? Somebody asked me, how do you know? I know because when the Black Panther movie came out, you thought Wakanda was where you was from. Black people, when Black Panther came out, you was out here doing this. Hold the mic. I couldn't get on the damn L train without somebody talking about Wakanda forever. Hey man, ain't you grown? Grown men talk about Wakanda forever. And Wakanda is a fictional place.
Right.
But because the educational system has been hijacked by white people too after the civil rights, and they put Jewish people over your education, you thought that they were going to teach you that the real Jews was black?
Right.
White people run your education system.
Right.
That's what happened. If you didn't know his actual history. During integration, black schools wanted to integrate with whites. So black schools were given superintendents. Those superintendents were white people. And yeah, they taught you real math. They taught you really how to read. But then the history that they taught you was absolutely convoluted. It was absolutely convoluted.
Right.
Did you get that book I asked you for?
Actually, no. Let's go to First Maccabees, chapter 1 and 14. Listen, they did Deion Sanders like that. Now, if I'm gonna listen to anything, my spirit is telling me that they did Deion Sanders' sons like that because Deion Sanders did not want to coach for the Cowboys. And then they say, oh, well, Deion Sanders, he told his sons not to play for this team. Well, so did Eli Manning.
Right.
Eli Manning coming up out of college was a trash. Trash. He was better than Arch Manning. Arch Manning is below the scrum. Trash. The NBA and the NFL are both racist organizations that they stole the idea of how to do this from you.
That's right. That's right.
When nobody going to see play baseball, nobody's going to see white people play baseball and hit it to the damn second base. White people got to take steroids to hit a home run.
Right.
You know that? White people take steroids to hit home runs, y'all. Y'all ain't know that? In the Negro League, they was hitting home runs. Hell, like a crackhead hit the pipe. They was hitting home runs like it was nothing. And white people wanted that. They wanted that thing that black people have that they don't have. And you wonder why white people hate you, black man, Hispanic, and Native Indian man? Because there's something in you that you have that they just don't have.
That's right.
And because we think like children, as a nation, we think like children. Because we think like that, they're able to tell you Peter Pan was real and Superman is real. Here you are wearing Superman shirts.
Right.
I can't make this up, man. I can't make this up for you. Here we are in a childlike state as a nation. We are not even in the fight. And we are so content. You know that movie Matrix got some real life, like that's some reality for your ass. The Matrix is you. Think about white society being the Matrix. And everybody that needs to be unplugged out of the Matrix is you, man. The Matrix actually was about Jesus Christ and the Israelites.
Right.
That's why the place where they was living was called Zion.
Right.
You stuck in America, you want to fit in with America so bad, you'll sacrifice that for reality.
Right.
Just think about that. When every other nation is living in reality.
Right.
Listen, you think Chinese people love America because they over here in America? They don't sing the national anthem and they don't know. You think East Indians over here in America because they love America? Hell no. Ain't no East Indian vote. You ain't gonna see no East Indian president in America. And they know that.
Right.
They're not stupid like us, man. East Indians come over here and they get rich in America and they send their money back to where? Where you send it back to? You send it back to East India, don't you? He's sending his money back to India. He's not putting it in the black community, but his establishments will be in the black community.
Right.
Give him a hand. That's a heathen who told the truth, man. Chinese people, Japanese people, when you come over here and you make your money, do you put it back into the American society, or do you send it back to Japan?
Right.
You send it back to China? I know you do. Black people, let me tell you something, man. You make so much money, you spend trillions a year, and you give it back to America?
Right.
If black people was just to come together, 50% of us come together, we can start something better than the NFL.
That's right.
If you take all your players out the NFL and you create your own league, nobody would watch the NFL anymore.
Right.
How do I know? Because I saw the success of the Negro leagues. But watch this. Let me show you something in the Bible before I leave you and give you the next speaker. Let me show you something. Because there's nothing new under the sun. Chapter 4:3.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 to verse 14. And the Apocrypha, whereupon they built a place of exercise.
What?
Exercise.
What you think football is? Football ain't nothing but exercise. Back in the day, those were the gladiator arenas.
That's right.
The Romans built gladiator coliseums and arenas in Jerusalem. Why? Because they wanted to see you do things that they read in your scriptures. They heard that Daniel went into a lion's den and the lions didn't eat him up. So they wanted to see if that's really real. They heard that Samson
ripped the mouth open of a damn lion. They heard David was whooping on bears and wolves and sheep. They heard David cut the head off of a damn giant. And back then, in Roman times, they knew that the Jews was niggas. That's not nothing new. In America, they made you take wipe your identity, your language, and your God from you, and they told you was Africans. Well, in 70 AD, at Masada, we stood our last stand at Masada in 70 AD. And then we fled down into Africa after we lost that against these filthy, nasty, gay Romans. Why? Because we weren't keeping the laws of God. We were not unified together. We fled down into Africa to blend in with other dark races that weren't our own.
Right.
And then they found us and brought us to America, and they put us back in the arena. They put us back in the arena, man.
Right.
Why? Why do you think white people spend so much money and make so much money off of black athletes? And it runs America.
Right.
Well, if you study ancient societies, the only way that Greece and Rome and all of the white people that ran that entire Roman Empire were able to sustain and keep good money was because of the gladiator pits, man.
Right.
What this noise, man? The gladiator arenas, man. America is running off the back of your people.
Right.
Here you are, you don't want to be a scientist, you don't want to be a doctor. All you live for is to rap and play ball.
Right.
Because you understand that it's big bucks behind it.
Right.
So does America. And they did it in ancient Egypt, in ancient Jerusalem. Listen.
Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
According to the what?
The customs of the heathen.
So listen, guess what? They made you sacrifice your customs to live like them.
Right.
They don't care about what they do, how they live, any of that. They give you all your vices. You look at Rome, back in the day when they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You know what the Romans was doing in Rome? Men was having sex with men.
That's right.
Women weren't, Romans, white men don't even like white women. I'm just telling you the facts. White women, they don't like you. White men don't like you, they only keep you because you preserve their race.
That's
If anything, Eli Manning would have sex with Tom Brady in a heartbeat.
right.
Read.
Verse 14, verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised.
What?
Made themselves uncircumcised.
What does that mean? Does that mean they actually, once you're circumcised, you can't make yourself uncircumcised? So absolutely, this is not talking about a physical thing.
Right.
What it's talking about, the circumcision, the separation of your heart to the Lord, that's what that's talking about.
Right.
They made Israelites that lived in Jerusalem go against the Lord to serve Rome, which is what America is doing to you. And it's what they tried to do to Deion Sanders, but he stood against it, and you hated him for that.
Right.
You know what you did? I'm telling you right now, I'm standing with Deion Sanders because he was a hell of a father. Even though he's a Christian, he's still my brother. He was a hell of a father to Shadur and to Shiloh. And America spit that in your face after they say to you that black people can't be good fathers.
That's right.
And successful fathers.
That's
when
right.
the fathers of the Mannings, they did the same thing to groom their sons and guide them up through the NFL. But when a black man does it, then it's racist, then it's wrong. To hell with the NFL. Black men, Native American, and Hispanic men boycott the NFL. And then after you're done boycotting the NFL, never go back. Create your own league.
That's right.
That's how you have power.
Right.
Before I go, I want to come y'all to the grab. Send me this video of Hispanic. Let me tell you something about these Israelite men. These Mexican brothers and sisters, listen, let me tell you something. They know what unity looks like.
Right.
These Hispanic brothers and sisters, we should learn from them. We should learn from them. Because if let's say Mexicans ran the NFL, maybe they made up the most population of the NFL. If they did to a Mexican kid what America just did to Shadur Sanders, they would all walk off the field. All together. How do I know? They do it at factories every day.
Right.
They do, you know, the shittiest jobs, excuse my French, the trashiest jobs that you don't like, My brothers, the Mexicans will have them. And let me tell you something. Those are real markets. Got it? Send it to you gotta send it to the file. Somebody log into this Bluetooth. I want Chicago to do this. I want you to take a page out of Mexican brothers and how they stand in unity and solidarity with each other against oppression in America. That's all I want you to do. Somebody can log into this Bluetooth, do it with this video. And then I'm going to pass it right to the next powerful speaker. It's been a long time. Whole winter done passed. Camp been gone for a while. Lock it.
That's right.
This is my drugs. Lock it, Cap.
That's right.
This is my drug.
That's right.
Coming out to teach the people, man. We really want to learn about how to identify the things that keep them in slavery and in oppression. That's the education that we need as a people. We don't need to know about million-year-old Earth. We don't need to study about going out in the stratosphere. We don't need to know if the Earth is flat or if it's round. Because whether the Earth is flat or round, we are oppressed on it.
Right.
We need to learn something different. We need to learn unity like every other nation functions. And of course, you got those people of a nation that don't do this, but those are called taboo. That's a taboo. To certain races, when they people go off, those are just sin-offs. But the majority of a race should be strong and unified in communication, man.
That's right.
And black people, man, we gotta get that. We gotta get that. And let me tell you something, America. There's a day coming when them niggas and them Hispanics that you hate so much, we're gonna learn how to forgive each other and learn how to love each other once again. And black and Hispanic people are gonna stand up as that nation that ran the world that you are so afraid of, called the Israelites.
That's right.
The children of God.
That's
Sons
right.
of Jacob. That's what we're gonna do. You understand? You got that? Anybody on there? No? All right, no sweat. Here's my thing. Don't worry about it. Watch this. Now let me tell you what's happening in this video. There's a black worker in this video who sees the Mexican brother get wronged. And then all the Mexicans that worked at this factory walked out the next day. So he made a video about it. He said, look at this black man. He's like, look at how these Mexican brothers and sisters learn how to stick together and for the greater good of their race and the integrity and the character of their race, they leave that slavery because they don't want to be oppressed. If black people was able to do that together too as well as with the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans and you Cubans and you Peruvians, I know y'all thought y'all wasn't black, but you niggas too. Yeah. In the words of Captain Quad, Mexicans, you niggas, and you got the right to say the word nigga around niggas.
That's right.
I'm Captain Quad, Israelite Movement PK. Shalom.
Give it up again for that mighty priest, one of the many men that raised me up out of the ghetto.
That's
Got me
right.
up out of the dust.
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? If it weren't for men like Commander General Hunter, Captain Quad, Captain Dubai Moore, and these men over me, I'd still be lost in this world as well.
That's
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? We are the ISUK, the Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other fake Israelite groups. We are not affiliated with the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, no political arena, none of that. We are a self-made organization handed down from the Most High Christ from the heavens above. You black and Hispanic, you are the chosen people of God.
That's right.
If your father's on the lineage of this church to the right of me, you should be going to the table and getting yourself a flyer and finding out who you are. We're going to bring it out what Shannon Stark should have known about it, and maybe he would be caught up as well. Because a lot of us like to be around here comfortable in America, getting high. Once we get a little money in our pocket, We really ain't caring about nothing else no more. We ain't trying to figure out who we are. We just let them throw us a bone, tell them, oh, you this, that, and the other. And then we just go on. That ain't gonna make the life better. Your life hasn't got better. You got the good job, you smoke all the weed you want, and you still got the damn problems you had before. Tell me I'm lying, black man. Tell me I'm lying, Hispanic man. You know I ain't lying. That's why you smoking all the weed you smoking. You trying to run away. Well, I got news for you. You belong to God and you can't run from God, black man. Brown man, you gotta understand that. You gotta get your mind right before this place comes to a close. Because thanks to Donald Trump, he just put the gas a little bit more. And that's what we love. A racist ass white man like that, that's who you should know that's your boss. That's your co-worker. The same one you want to go out and have beers and shots with after work. Yeah, that's the same person. They just won't ever tell you that. They'll have you thinking they love you and they care about your plight and your struggle. They don't give a damn. As long as you getting high and sucking up to them and begging them for friendship and love, that's all they care about. Once they go home at night, I don't even care if you laying in the bed with a white woman or a white man. They don't give a damn about you. You they play for. That's just fact. I know it hurt, but guess what? Life hurts. Life is warfare. Especially for a black and brown man, you up in this place, you got your feet kicked up and you all relaxed. This is why you don't want to hear the truth, and then when you hear the truth, this is why you get in your feelings and you want to walk off and you want to be mad. Because what you don't realize and understand, you're still in captivity, black man. Brown man, you're calling yourself an identity. That ain't even your identity. And then when we teach you what your identity is, you get upset with us. What you getting upset with us for? Because we're telling you the truth. You should be upset with the person who lied to you and told you Christ was a damn white man. That's a damn lie. We've been proving that with the scriptures all damn day. Okay? Shiny Sharp got himself caught up. Why? Because he relaxed in America. If I could, Papa Shaw, let's get Michael 2 or 10. Because you black and Hispanic man need to wake up. You need to wake up and understand that all that relaxing you want to do and just have a good time, man, grow up. World War III is around the corner. What you gonna do? You prepared to take care of your family? Because the so-called white man, he got to boot up and he got to go fight this war. His kids is going whether they want to or not. They claim they love America so much. What you gonna do, black and brown man? Because you don't got no business being in World War III. World War III is about you getting out this goddamn captivity. That's what World War III is about. That's what they're not gonna tell you what it is. They're gonna have you believing some mess about they care about the world and they want the world to be one big coalition. You understand what I'm saying? Like everything is gonna be okay after this, that, and the other. It's a damn lie, just like you black and brown people went out there and voted for Donald Trump. He lied to you too. Now you got ICE all in your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, messing with working people. Claiming they rounded up gang niggas up. The white man is a damn liar. The white man is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. Prove me wrong, goddammit. All y'all been doing is lying to people, and that's why people walk around here with their hand in the air and they don't understand what the hell is going on because they got a few crumbs in their pocket. I'm telling you, it's a day coming soon where this damn place coming to an end. And a lot of white people, they know it. They don't want to share that with you. I see you at night. You have a nightmare. I see you. You worried about what you're going to do for the future and your kids and your grandkids because you know it's a wrap. It's over with. You done had God's children in captivity for far too long. And this is what happens when you be in captivity too long. You get comfortable. You understand? You get comfortable and you stop trying to search out who you really are. You just go along with what they tell you. As if that's going to make your life better, and it doesn't make your life better at all. Still on drugs. Our women still going to the damn abortion clinic. We still gang banging. We still hate each other for no damn reason. Meanwhile, we dealing with racism on a whole nother level because you got this racist devil in the White House You understand what I'm saying? So now all the people that believe in the way he talks, now they want to get more tough with you at the job,
Right.
in the grocery store.
Right.
Well, I tell you what, they know who to pick and who not to pick. I tell you that right now. Got that out of one? Let's get that if I could, Papa.
Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Right.
You hear that, black man? This is not your rest. You got work to do. Don't let these people tell you that let's all get along and we gotta love everybody, gotta love everybody. That's a damn fairy tale.
Right.
These people don't love you. These people want to rule over you forever if they could. If it wasn't for the God up in heaven, they'll be able to do that. You know why? Because your spirit been beat out of you.
Right.
You don't have a fight in you to stand up and tell this man to his face, you're a damn liar. You're afraid. You're afraid that you're going to lose your job, or your bank account going to get shut down, or you're going to get kicked off some damn sports team. Who gives a damn?
Right.
Sports is trash now any damn way.
That's
Because the
right.
white man can't play fair.
Right.
So it's trash now. Just like how they did to your family. It's a damn shame every time a black man stands up and show he got some strength. The white man can't help but to show you how goddamn racist he is.
That's
He
right.
was made to be a damn racist.
That's
It's in
right.
the scripture. God created him to be evil, so you damn Israelites to be better.
Right.
You supposed to be ruling the planet, not this damn lying devil. They love to walk around and act like they so good and they care so much.
Right.
They care more about damn raising money for damn animals than seeing you on the street homeless, man, with no food.
That's right.
Tell me I'm lying. It's more damn animal commercials saying animals, and they the ones killing them. The animals about to be extinct because they out there killing them, and then they telling you, donate some money and we'll give you a t-shirt to help save the giraffes, the tigers. I got an idea. If you stop killing them, you won't have to bring no commercial talking about saving animals. Why you want to be so tough? You're a tough Navy SEAL now. We're going to see how tough you is with that sky crack.
Right.
Okay, man, we're going to see how tough you is. And make no mistake about it. While you think all black and brown men all out here on drugs and we all gang banging, understand something about us. We about that life. So you can be trained at 50, 60 years. We don't give a damn.
Right.
We've been having to train since we've been on the planet. You better understand that. You got to catch up to us. We don't got to catch up to you. We ain't got to worry about you.
Right.
Nobody worried about you. Every time y'all see black men get strong and stand up, you want to start jumping around and talking about how many guns you got. And how many all your kids you taught how to shoot. Man, you better get your kids ready to pick cotton. You should show them how to pick cotton. That's what you need to do. Show them how to pick strawberries or something like that. Because that's coming to a theater near you soon. You don't believe me? Just keep living. You're going to see all these beautiful buildings in Chicago. Wait till it ain't nothing but rubber. It's coming. World War III coming. The white man's so tough, he don't want to go and fight in the war though. He want to sit back behind some computer and send some drone and drop bombs on people. And then say they was those was the terrorists. He ain't nothing but a damn coward and a liar, man. That's all you been since you been here. Damn murdering coward and his liar.
That's right.
That's what the Bible say. It ain't my word. That's what the Bible say about you.
That's right.
Any more on that, Papa Sean?
Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
It'll destroy you. That's why Shannon Sharp talking about I think my wage and not my age. I bet you he wish he can recap that now. That's what a polluted mindset do to you. You get his age and then what? Now you just want to pay for sex because you're a black man with a few dollars in your pocket.
That's right.
And then now what she do? What all devils do? They turn on her. She recorded the whole conversation. She kept the text messages and everything. You thought she was a dumb Instagram model. Meanwhile, she about to get 50 million out your company.
That's right.
Then you sitting up here coming up. Now you want our support. Now here you come again. You just like Bill Cosby and the rest of them. Soon you get caught up with your white buddy. Now you want to come back to the ghetto and say, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, they should do that to Shannon Sharp, man. I hope they don't take his money, man. I don't give a damn if they take all his money.
Right.
You know why? Not because I'm a hater, because Shannon Sharp been turning his back on his people, man. He been did that, man. He was going on his own damn podcast by his own damn people. What he did, he ignored them. He didn't care about what his people was trying to tell him. You know why? Because he had a little money in his pocket, and Shannon Sharp loved the white man so much, he wanted to die with the white man.
Right.
That's what he wanted to do. He could have had him a sister. What you talking about? Sisters this and sisters that. Man, I don't know what, man, these sisters up in Isupk, these are the most beautiful sisters on the planet. You better look us up. You better realize, up in here, we raise up our women to be who they supposed to be, who the most high wanted them to be. Not according to us, but according to what the most high say do. You out here chasing around some damn Instagram hole when you could be doing more for your community. Now you got to get 50 million to this damn laugh rap like I the one brought out earlier. Yeah. But you could have put that money into your own damn people. Right. But you know what happens when black and brown people get money? They become selfish. Right. They turn their back on their own people. Right. They start telling you, man, I got mine, you got to get yours. We ain't begging for no damn handouts. Right. But why you don't build what you say you was going to build before you got your money? Before you became a successful rapper, what you say? Man, I'm coming back to the hood. I ain't never turning my back on the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put this, I'm going to open up stores. Nigga get that check and you ain't seen him. Only time you see him on TV. Unless you buy tickets to his concert or something. Then they come out and they try to play tough. Man, we demanding the white man pay reparations. So the white man told man, you gotta shut your mouth. What Ice Cube did. He went back to Seawalk. That's what he did. He ain't talking that Black Power stuff now. He's somewhere dancing at a Dodger Stadium for the white man so he can keep his bank account. Probably want to hear that, man. Only people that care about black and brown people in these last days is the men up here in the ISUPK and the Commander General, man. You better realize that, man. We ain't afraid to come out here and tell you the truth about who you are, and we definitely ain't afraid to tell this goddamn devil he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. We ain't afraid of none of that. You don't like it, so damn what? We here to ruin your Saturday. Yeah, a lot of you gonna go home and that meal ain't gonna taste good tonight. And it should, because it's stolen any damn way.
That's right.
Good drop that I want. Let's get something like 2 and 1. We've been in this damn place too long, falling for lies. And then now you gotta hear this what breaks my heart, man, about politics when it comes to black people. Especially our elderly black people. You don't even know how to tell the next generation, say, you know what? We need to stop voting. This ain't working out for us. You know what you tell them? We got 4 years to get through this, and then we're going to get somebody better than that. In the meantime, politics ain't never getting nothing better for your damn life. What? Because you got a good job? Because you got some money in the bank? So, politics didn't do that. Politics didn't give you no good job and no money. You got the job because the Lord had mercy on you for you to get the job. For you to really get in there and be a voice for your people. And then what you do? You behind closed doors taking a check. Your Christian church, your Catholic church, they do the same thing. Especially the Christian church. The Christian church do not warn black people of the destruction that's coming to this place. They don't. They see it all the time. They behind closed doors getting a check from the white man. They keep quiet. That's why when you bring up things with the Christian church, that's why everything comes down to the Christian church now, man. Thanks to the man, get the Most High Christ in hand for that right there. Because these damn churches need to be exposed. They've been fronting for the damn longest, taking black people money and they affecting like they are men of God. You ain't no man of God. You're a damn liar. You the problem with the damn black community. Hell, you worse than crack. Damn. Shit. Black people can't, you tell a black person they can't eat pork, they ready to fight you over. You telling them they can't eat pork and it's in the Bible. That's right. They claim they follow the Bible, going to church every Sunday. You telling them that, and they telling you they ready to fight you because you saying that's what the Bible says. Yep. Now they on their way to church, now they telling you I don't care about what that Bible says. What the hell you going to church for?
That's right.
You love serving the devil. Yep. That's why. You love doing it. You love being in your sinful lust. You don't want to give it up. You know why you don't want to give it up? Because you done got comfortable in this place. The spirit done got beat out of you. Right. Black man, you can't even walk down the street in your own neighborhood and say what's up to each other without we got to have a fight. Hispanic man the same way. They gang bang just as much as the black man do on each other. They gotta hate for each other just like black men gotta hate for each other. Hell, you have Hispanic people telling Donald Trump to deport Mexicans. And they Mexicans. What kind of mess is that? You supposed to love God and Christ and all this, and then you go vote for Donald Trump and tell him to deport your brother. That's right. Meanwhile, without Mexicans in this place would be trash. That's right. This place would be trash if Mexicans weren't here. What are you talking about? Y'all love to poke your chest out like America is so great. Man, America is a lie. And that's why you have to see all these other nations, they get together behind closed doors to come up against America because they tired of America. We ain't for none of them. You know who we from? These 12 tribes on this chart. That's who we out here to wake up. If your father lineage is on this chart, you need to come up, step up to that table and get yourself a flyer so you can prepare for what's to come. When World War III break out like that, you're going to want to know how to protect your family. Don't worry about no racist ass skinheads and whoever training up in the mountains. Don't worry about that right now. Right now, come and get your spirit right. Once you get your spirit right, you'll be more than prepared for some racist devil up in the mountains talking about you been training for 50 years. Nobody give a damn. Like we scared to fight. We've been fighting our whole damn life. You think we fight? Race wars is coming. You think we scared to fight? You out of your damn mind. We fight every damn day. What you think gonna happen if you come to try to roll up on us? We just gonna lay down? Yeah, I know you wish that, but that ain't happening. You got that, Bible? You got that? Let me get that. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. You hear that, black and brown man? Gather yourselves together. You the nation not desired. You the ones that they always want to make this like it's the problem. When meanwhile, they the damn problem. They can't do nothing without you. So you know what they do? They put you on the news like you the damn problem. When they the ones put the drugs in your damn community. They the ones got ice in your community, harassing your parents that ain't broke not one of America's laws. But then they want to tell you, oh yeah, they Donald Trump getting the bad people out there. Donald Trump needs to get deported. That's who needs to get deported. Deport Donald Trump's ass and the rest of these racist devils that come from the Caucasus Mountains. Because that's where you come from. The only reason it's sunshine in this damn place is because the 12 tribes of Israel is here. If we weren't here, the sun wouldn't even be shining in this damn place. It'll look like a bunch of mountains. That's it. You wouldn't know what to do. Yeah. Always saying, black and brown man, you need to get yourself together. Come together and stop being against each other. You're going to need each other. Black man, you're going to need the Hispanic. Hispanic, you're going to need the black man. Whether you like it or not. That's what the Most High requires. Because you're the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what the Most High requires, and that's what's going to happen in these last days. Because the people that you think your friend ain't your friend. They don't give a damn about you. You understand what I'm saying? We've been up here far too long. And that's why it's so damn hard to reach our people and wake our people up. And I ain't making no excuse. I'm just being truthful. We've been in this damn place so damn long that we don't even care to think what our identity or what our true culture is. We'd just rather smoke some weed and have some money and say, man, hey, it's whatever, man. I'm just trying to make it. And I understand, black man. I understand the pain and the struggle. We all up in here struggling and in pain. But what you got to know, you have to come back to the Lord to get your mind right, man. You have to. You got to come back to the Lord to get your mind and spirit right. And you ain't going to get that in no damn Christian and Catholic church or no damn Muslim mob. And that's the truth. You got that?
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. You hear that? Cry aloud and spare not. I'm talking with all this anger and this emotion in me because I'm passionate about saving my damn people.
That's right.
I spare not your feelings because you need to hear the truth.
That's right.
If I cared about your feelings, I wouldn't be telling you the truth if I didn't care. I'm telling you the truth so I can care about your feelings. The truth and how you feel don't got nothing to do with each other. The truth is the truth. It don't got nothing to do with how you feel. What gotta get done, gotta get done.
That's right.
It ain't about, oh, I don't feel like that. You gonna feel like that when them bombs start dropping in this place. I tell you that. Breathe. Cry aloud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. And show my people their transgressions. Show your people the transgressions. We have to tell you to stop getting high. Stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Black and brown man, that ain't your culture. It's destroying you. It's destroying you. It's the reason the Lord tell you don't eat that crap. Stop calling this white man religion thinking you some damn Christian or some damn Catholic. Let them have that garbage. You want to get back right with the Lord? You need to get to the table and get you a fly and get an ISBK under Commander General Yana, these so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. That's what you need to do. Because other than that, these damn religions ain't gonna do nothing but keep lying to you about who you are in this place, so they can continue to rule over you. We had Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge 501 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite group, Christian church, Catholic church, or the Muslim mob. And with that, that's my time, Chicago. Shalom.
Hello, Chicago. Let me reintroduce ourselves over here. We are the Isupk, which means the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We tell you the truth as it is down in the Bible.
That's right.
The Bible is the only true book. Okay, the educational system of the white man is all a lie.
That's right.
The Bible is the true book for all humanity, but especially for the 12 tribes of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes in America, black people, the so-called Hispanic, called speak, okay, and the North American Indians. We are the 12 tribes of Israel, the chosen people of Most High. All right, so what we're looking at today, prophecy has been fulfilled right under our nose but we are so busy running up like we are looking over here in Chicago, like it's nothing is coming to happen, like the world's going to continue to be for the next million or whatever years. No, let me tell you, it's not going to be like that. Very soon, prophecy being fulfilled is saying the thermonuclear war is just underneath, it's just next in the next corner.
That's
Okay?
right.
But you are doing the thing that you like to do. Well, go ahead, no problem. You are going to get tortured, you are going to get toasted, you are going to get barbecued. Okay? Because look at this. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, they are ready to go in battle with guess who? America. Okay, so this country is going to disappear according to prophecy in 1 hour. You'll be gone. You'll be lost, everybody, and especially for so-called black people, Hispanic, and North American Indians. Surrender, go back, come back to your nationality, come back to obey the commandments of Most High.
That's right.
Right? So we can be, because that is the reason, okay, to be saved, to come back and have back our identity. We are the so-called nation of Israel, the true one, not the one that's sitting down over there in the Middle East. According to the Bible, that is the synagogue of Satan. They are usurping our nationality. They are using our nationality, our name. Would you, brother, can you please give me the book of Matthew 24:6? And just like I'm saying, look at this. I can see brothers, I can see people from all nationalities here. From India, from China, from Arabia. Okay, guess what? The same thing is going to happen to you as it's going to happen to the white man. The so-called devil of the Bible. The devil in the Bible only has one meaning. The liar, the deceiver, the thief, and the destroyer, okay? Because he is the responsible one to deceive us through our religion, through our the politicians, and the educational system, okay, which is of the white man. They're telling us that this continent got populated throughout the Strait of Bering. That is a lie, okay? That the man comes, through a mutation, come from the monkey. That is another lie, okay? The Bible tells us different. Read, brother.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Is not what we listen to today. All the YouTubers, all the news around the world, that's all they're talking about. Look what is going on with the Russia, battling, with Ukraine, the Middle East, battling over there with Israel. The Yemen is battling, the boats of war, of the United States. So Most High is united, all the armies over there are ready. So just to let you know, America is coming to a destruction. Okay, Most High is uniting all the armies together. Okay, over there in the Middle East, in the Bible, it's called the Valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's right.
Read it.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
For all of these things must come to pass. Okay, those things that will come to pass. Read it again.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
See, the book of the Lord is telling us right here, with the 12 tribes, the so-called blacks, Hispanic and North American Indians, we should not be troubled because those things is coming to happen.
But the end is not yet.
The end is not yet. Just wait. Be patient. The Lord is giving us a little bit of time for the so-called Negroes, Hispanic and North American Indians to come back and repent.
That's right.
Repent, obey the commandments of the Bible and that is the true meaning of being saved. Not in the goddamn Christian church that they say, if you believe in Christ, you are saved. You are already saved, which we know that's not a lie. Okay, so we are the Hispanic people, the Negroes and the North American Indians, the one who need salvation.
That's right.
Okay, and that is going to be obtained only in the second arrival of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Call Jesus Christ in the transliteration, Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 7. For nations shall rise against nations.
For nations shall rise against nations. It's not the case. It's not what is going on right now down in the Middle East right now. Iran always has problem with the United States because the United States want all the ones from them is their oil. What they did to Iraq, they went ahead and take the oil and killed Saddam Hussein for no reason. Okay, just because he wanted to keep the oil that was belong to the Iraqis. The same thing they did to Libya and killing Gaddafi. The same thing, they trying to do with Canada today. Because they know, they are so rich in metals and in all of that. United States government, which is being governed, by the white man, which is the devil of the Bible. And the meaning of the devil is the stealer, the one who steals, the deceiver, the liar, and the destroyer. It's not what he has been done in history ever since, Alexander the Great. So this coming to be true, when the Bible in the book of Job 9:24 says, and the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked?
That's right.
The white man, the devil, the white race. See what they do Mexico, Central, South America, and the Caribbean islands, they do the same thing. They manipulate and they put governments over there, puppets of them, okay, and keep the native peoples of them, in tribulation as always. That is the way, that is the reason why Hispanic peoples migrate to the United States and they call us illegal. Guess what? 65% of this land it was used to be belong to Mexico. They stole it from them.
That's right.
And that's the thief. Who is the thief? The goddamn white man. He stole all of that land. Now, in Mexico, there's a lot of oil. They discover more oil now. They discover gold. They discover lithium. Now they want to invade Mexico. They are dealing a lot of trouble, to Venezuela. Why? Because Venezuela has proved, they are the richest country in the world. They have the most oil. Probably all the oil is going to end up being produced, but Venezuela will keep producing oil. And that's all the United States want. That's why they are against. That's all they want to they want to dispose Nicolas Maduro of Venezuela. Let me tell you one thing. They're having a lot of trouble because Nicolas Maduro is one of our people. All the rest of the governments in Latin America, Mexico is a Jews. White Jews from Lithuania. From El Salvador, is a Nayib Bukele, is a Palestinian. So is the president of Dominican Republic. So the president of Argentina is another Jew. The president of Chile is another Jew. Imposed by your government, United States of America, the devil of the Holy Bible. Para los hermanos que hablan español, si están presentes por acá, déjenme decirle una cosa, que este es el momento de escuchar la verdad. Aquí en el Isupk le estamos diciendo la verdad, que los negros de Estados Unidos, los hispanos de toda Latinoamérica, nativos, y los indios nativos de Estados Unidos, somos las 12 tribus de Israel. Estamos trayendo la verdad porque profecías están pasando bajo nuestras narices y nosotros seguimos viviendo como si el mundo fuera a seguir por el siguiente 1 millón de años. Déjenme decirle que no. De acuerdo a las profecías, el mundo se va a estallar en una guerra termonuclear. ¿Ok? Y Estados Unidos es el foco principal de eso. Estados Unidos en la Biblia se llama Babilonia la Grande. ¿Ok? Y en eso estamos enfocados el día porque estamos esperando en la segunda venida de nuestro Salvador y Rey, Yahweh Shai, Jesucristo en la Santa Biblia.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
It's not what is going on right now. Everywhere in the world we hear earthquakes. Everything we hear in the news today is what is going on, all right? So we hear of many things that are going around. Wars, rumors of wars, destruction, rain, everything is going on. So don't you tell me that the prophecies are pretty much, being fulfilled right there. So the end of this war is coming to an end. Just let me explain you one thing. That the Bible hasn't failed us. The Christian leaders, they are not telling us the truth. They are not telling us the truth. Los Christian líderes de las iglesias, llámese católicas o protestantes, no nos están diciendo la verdad. Ellos solamente dicen mentiras que las están siguiendo a través del hombre blanco. Miren, a una cosa que acaba de pasar, díganme si no ha sido el Señor Altísimo el que mató al Papa de Roma de la Iglesia Católica, justamente pasada la Semana Santa. Don't you tell me that the Most High killed the Pope of Rome just passing a little bit, the so-called Semana Santa, Easter, because that is the church of the devil. The Catholic Church, and so are the Protestant churches also. They part of the lie of the devil, instituted by who? By the white man. Remember what? In the year 1992, when they came to America, guess what? That's in the Bible too. As a matter of fact, brother, give me the book of Deuteronomy 28:49. Let me tell you, the campus of America is in the Bible. La conquista de América está mencionada en la Biblia, en el libro de Deuteronomio 28:49. Okay? So that is the day that the white man, the devil of the Bible, arrived to America, and ever since then, we haven't had no peace in this land.
That's right.
Okay, so just to let you know, one time is done. We are the Isupk. We are original people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and North American Indians. They come to the Isupk. You can look it on YouTube, Facebook, and all of that. Get into class and learn how salvation is obtained. Okay, so we are the house of the truth, and we are not affiliated under to no other religious movement or whatever. Okay, so our time is done.
That's right.
Hey, get that brother across from here. That brother right there was the El Salvador, one of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. If you could, brother, grab through the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. I'm pretty sure the majority of y'all is probably wondering what this demonstration is. This here is a demonstration of you are seeing black men who are changed their lives from our Father Jesus Christ to go out into the streets to uplift our people in the downtrodden state that we are currently living in. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under the implementation of honor. Our job is to come out to the streets and to teach the truth according to the King James Version of the Bible. The King James Version of the Bible in which we live our lives after to where we follow the words of Christ. We follow after the example that Christ has taught us on how to be righteous men, to live in a society that doesn't bow down our needs for all. We bow down our needs to a black God who wants us to follow his laws, statutes, commandments. We don't follow any other religion. We don't follow no religion. The Bible has nothing to do with religion. If you have to do your research on religion, you're going to listen here today, right now, on the street corner, on a beneficent mound. Who's more beneficent than the beneficent mound is the truth. And you're going to get the truth right here today on your Saturday, whether you like it or not.
That's
right. What you got?
This is the book of John, chapter 8, and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
What does scripture say? Read that again.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And what is the truth? The truth is that this Bible right here, that this brother here is holding up, was written by black people, by black prophets and priests, more than 4,000 years ago, before you even had a religion called Christianity. Before you had a religion called Jehovah's Witness. Before you had a religion called Islam. Egyptology. We end up having different religions today. Yet we have a whole lot of different religions today where they teach the Bible, but they don't teach the truth about what the Bible is actually intended for. The Bible is actually intended for the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel, the same very people that colonized America. The people who colonized America, who stole from the Native American Indians, from the Mexicans, from the Spanish, these are the very people that God has sent his son into the earth to get salvation to give us a second chance of life to turn ourselves back to the Most High God. The real Jews according to the Bible, which we're going to read here today, are actually the living descendants of the slaves here in America, so-called black people. All right, we're going to go ahead and break it out. Grab the book of Matthew chapter 24, and I want you to start at verse 6. Because a lot of people don't know is that here in 2025, we are literally living in the end times right now. Our job is to come out to the street corners and to let them know what day and time it is and what judgment God has coming for America. There's a quote. I'm going to go ahead and bring it out for you right now. There's a quote by one of the former presidents of the United States named Thomas Jefferson. He said out of his own mouth, and I quote, I shiver for my country when I reflect that God is just. That his justice cannot speak forever. Why is he saying that? He's saying that because he knows that during that period of time when black people were just coming on cargo slave ships, that his people be starting to pay for that. His people be starting to pay for the translated slave trade. For the Spaniards and the conquistadors taking the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans and the Guatemalans into captivity in the slavery. That was called the Spanish Inquisition, to where you end up having hundreds and thousands of so-called Mexicans and Puerto Ricans to where they was forced to accept Roman Catholicism by the force of the sword. The same way that black people have to accept Christianity by the force of the sword.
Right.
When you look at the conditions of Mexicans and black people here today in America, we are known to suffer from alcoholism.
Right.
We are known to suffer from gang violence. We are known to fill up the prison systems and to fill up the cemeteries. We are known for gang violence.
Right.
And why is that? Because we have to turn our back against the inside God. And when we come together as a nation of people, take back our cultures that were stolen by our oppressors, then we can start to understand that we're going to have to follow what Christ taught us to do.
Right.
To love another black man like the way we supposed to love another black man the way we are commanded to be,
Right.
according to the Bible. Black on black crime and is when we start to follow the words of this Bible. And God said that we are supposed to love our neighbor as ourselves. Your neighbor is another brother of your own people. We've been loving white people in America for 400 years, and we still get our brains beat out by the police every goddamn year. We full of the prison systems like it's not going out of style. America hates the fact that that judge ended up pardoning, what's his name? Brother's name. Let me bring it up right here. I actually got it for you right now. Kamala Anthony. A lot of people don't like the fact that the judge passed his bond from 1 million down to 200,000.
Right.
It was an outrage, and they want to go ahead and send death threats to the very judge that pardoned his bond. Meanwhile, he acted in self-defense when we can't even defend our own lives here in America when we are in fear of our own lives.
That's right.
That shows you how much America hates God, shows the people to the degree to where we can't even defend ourselves and be in the right.
Right.
Briefly, what you got on?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
This is coming out of the Bible. This is written in red. Jesus Christ is saying that you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. You see how Russia is you see how America and Russia is going head to head. China and Taiwan, Ukraine and Russia. These are the different things that is happening here on the earth right now because God wants it to happen. Because the Third World War is brewing and it's coming sooner than you can expect. And this is prophecy coming out of the Bible. The Bible is not a fairy tale book. It's real. A lot of people didn't expect that COVID-19 hit the earth to it shook every person's soul living here on the earth. And why? Because the Lord is sending plague. The Lord is sending all kinds of different judgments throughout the earth because this is the time in which Christ is going to make his appearance to gather his people out of our captivity. Briefly, keep reading on.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet.
But the end is not what?
The end is not yet. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
The Bible says that nation shall rise against nation. The time is coming to where this Third World War is going to happen. It's not a fairy tale. This is actually biblical prophecy that is going to happen. And why is it? Because you have had God chosen people in slavery for 400 years. You never open up the doors for freedom for his people. You never give them reparations towards black people for 400 years, let alone to the Native American Indians when he made peace treaties with them that you never even kept. Let alone for the fact that you have Mexicans at the border, built up in the wall, when you stole this land from them, and then you're going to go ahead and claim that you found this land in the 1600s. Hernán Cortez and Christopher Columbus murdered countless natives here in this place when there was no justice due to these people, man. To the very people who descend from Jacob's lines. These are God's chosen people that you're dealing with. You're dealing with a judgment that is going to come to your head that you're not going to even expect.
Right.
All right, you go ahead and drop that out. If you could, I want you to grab for me the book of 1 John. All right? Because we're going to go ahead and dive scientifically in the Bible as far as how Christ really feels about America, how the Most High God really feels about the conditions of his people living in a downtrodden state.
Right.
And God is gonna bring judgment here in America in these last days. You can walk up and down the street, hear the beneficent mouth, living your own life like as if the very people that you took into slavery is not your problem. When God sees that his people is living in a condition that you are responsible for, God knows that your ancestors is gonna have to pay based off how you living after the wealth of putting his people in slavery. All right. This is the job. This is the job that we do as priests and prophets of the Lord. We're not Christians. We are not. Um, we're not Christians to the degree to where we teach the Bible as far as for a religious standpoint, because this is the culture and the Constitution that we are supposed to be following since the time that it was written thousands of years ago. Briefly, what you got?
This is the book of First John chapter 1 and verse 1. That which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked upon, and our hands have handled of the word of life.
You got a priest? All right, go ahead.
This is the book of First John chapter. This is the book of First John chapter and 2 and verse 15. Love not the world.
Love not the what?
Love not the world.
Now, John 3:16 says God for God so loved the world, but here we're reading in the book of, what book are we reading from right here? Call it out.
The King James 16:11 version of the Bible.
Read it again from the top.
Love not the world.
That's right.
Neither the things that are in the world.
That's right.
The Lord says, love not the things that is in the world. And what are some of the things that is in the world that God is telling you not to love and not to partake in? The whoredom of America, being a homosexual. You want to go ahead and have the lust to go ahead and go behind your brother's back and sleep with his woman. You selling drugs to your own people. You want to go ahead and take a bribe for your people just so you can go ahead and live life just like our president in America. Right. These are the different things that God says not to do, because these are the things that God is going to come and bring judgment on in these last days. This is the word that God says not to love. Read.
Good. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Read that again one more time. I don't think that they got it yet.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
This society right here called America, the Lord doesn't love America. Right. Everybody wants to say, in God we trust. Meanwhile, you never trusted God. You never even have even an idea in your mind to even follow what the Lord does. And the white man, he can't, because it's in his nature to be the beast of the field, as the Bible says. Because this is the man that said that we're bringing out here from the street corner on a magnificent mile, letting you know that the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Everything that he does for his own gain. He could care less about the conditions of black people here in America. We right here, right now, what we doing, you see black men actually being advocates for the conditions of our people that America has failed at the job to do. Everybody wants to say, get a job, fill out a job application, pick up your cell phone and do scrap. When you see what we're doing right here that you have failed to do, even though you have put us in this downtrodden state that we're in right now. Keep reading on.
Verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Right. The lifestyle and the society that America lives up to is not of the Most High God. And for so long, for 400 years, that blacks, Mexicans, and Native American Indians have happened to suffer underneath the rulership of America and these white people. God is gonna bring a vengeance up to the black people that we have been living under for so long. All right, you can go ahead and drop that for me, y'all. I'm just gonna grab for me the book of. If you could, grab from the book of John 18 and 36. We're going to go ahead and read for the very words of Christ. He himself. All right? Because I also want to grab that sign for those of you online watching, and for those of y'all walking past. Let me get that teachable yours sign if I could. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get it. You're gonna go ahead and know today, before you go home, who Jesus Christ really is, and what manner of man he was compared to what the Christian church proclaims him to be.
That's
All right,
right.
briefly, what you got?
Right.
This is the book of John, chapter 18 and verse 36. Yahushua answered, my kingdom is not of this world.
What did Christ just said?
My kingdom is not of this world.
Christ said that his kingdom is not of this world. We just read it in 1 John 2:15. The love not the world. What society and what world is that? America.
Right.
There's no way that you can be able to accept the idea and the realization of Christ if he was here on this earth right now to where he would let America thrive forever. That is a fantasy. If Christ was here right now to this very day, you can expect judgment and death for every white person who had a hand in the captivity of Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You are looking at the black. They're literally looking at a black man who descended for the lineage of Jesus Christ
That's
himself.
right. That's
This image that you see right here is actually not Jesus Christ. This right here is actually the image of Caesar Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome. This is a man who actually was painted by Leonardo da Vinci that actually proclaimed himself as Jesus Christ. Everything after the Renaissance, they end up painting the original images of the priests and prophets of the Lord from black to white.
right.
And you don't know how whitewash America has done of everything as it pertains towards black people in America. This right here is a false image, and this right here is Satan according to the Bible. This is not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is a black man according to the Bible who derived from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
Who,
That's right.
who is also an Israelite. All right? Read what you got.
If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight that I should not be delivered to the Jews.
Right, because when Judas betrayed Christ, if Christ was in his own kingdom, if the Israelites if we happen to be in our proper position, there's no way that Christ would have been taken captive like the way you see black people being taken captive by the police today. There's no way that would have happened because right now we reading out the scriptures as far as what's going to go down in America in these last days. You can drop that. You can drop that, please. I want you to grab from the book of. Grab Isaiah 46. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring it out the Bible as far as it pertains towards God's chosen people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, because we are the people that nobody gives a damn about. You can really see how religion has destroyed my Mexican brothers and sisters to the degree to where we don't even know our identity according to the Bible. We don't even know where we come from, what language we spoke prior towards the translated slave church. We're going to bring out the historical facts according to the Bible and also other archaeological books that we have and teaching the Isupk under Commander Jayama. Read.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
The scripture says that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because we don't know who we are here in America, we will believe and follow without what we thought here in America. We will follow and we will believe that we came over here through a migration from cargo slave ships, where literally we was taken by the force of the sword, by the British and by the French. If I could, let me get the book from Baptist Temple 2. We're going to go ahead and bring it out as far as the historical records of what actually happened towards God's chosen people. All right, we're going to go ahead and bring it out from Baptist Temple 2. So I have that book, I'm going to show you. All right, you can keep reading what you got.
Good.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Right, and we're reading out of the King James Version of the Bible. The Lord says that because we rejected knowledge, because we want to go ahead and reject his wisdom and to follow all these other different heathen cultures according to history that has actually led us into captivity is why the translated slave trade had to happen. We don't even know that we are the real Jews according to our ancestors.
That's right.
Ancestry.com is a joke. According to the Bible, the way that you know who you are is based off of according to your father.
Right.
If your father happened to be a so-called Puerto Rican or black man, that is who you are.
That's
You
right.
understand? And according to the Bible, according to the book that we got to read, you're going to see how the Lord actually dealt with his people to where we need to get back on track and separate and separate from the spirit of America and what it represents. If you could, let's get into this real quick. All right? Bear with us. Here we go. There you go.
This is from the book of Babylon, from Babylon and Timbuktu. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state.
Before the slave trade, and this is history. This is what you will not find out in Yale University, Harvard University.
That's
This
right.
is information in history about where black people was prior towards us coming over here on Congo slave ships and events that led up to the slave trade. This happened at the time of the Passover when 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 Julius. I'm actually going to let the brother read it for himself. It's pretty.
With great slaughter. In the year 65 BC,
This is in the year 65 BC. This is history.
the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian, his son Titus, put an end to the Jewish state.
So during the time of the Passover in the year 65 BC, General Titus surrounded the walls of Jerusalem. He ended up preventing us from leaving out of the city of Jerusalem at the time of the Passover. These people, there's a reason why, according to the Bible, why God says that the white man is a beast.
Right.
And he is a cunning hunter. He's cunning to the region where you know that we will celebrate the Passover together at one place to where he can get us around the walls to prevent us from leaving. This is what this man did. Both General Titus and his son. Read.
With great slaughter during the period of the military governors of Palestine. Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Because we also have other books as well to where they crucified 500, anywhere from 300 to 500 Jews a day. But yet, we want to go ahead and wear crosses, not even knowing that that's a symbol of death. It has nothing to do with Jesus Christ as far as wearing a cross and claiming that you love Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ would have happened to see you wear a cross, we would be discussing that. That's like us wearing bullets around our neck. Meanwhile, how many black men get shot by the police every day? That's not supposed to be a symbol of salvation and hope. That's a symbol. That's a symbol of a Holocaust that happened to a people that America give a damn about. Read.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
Right. Over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. The black man in America is a real Jew, according to the Bible. And what you don't know is that those people living over in Israel today, in 2025, those are imposters. What they are cultured manners to where they took our land, like what Catholic Martin said earlier. Not Persia, Iran, Afghanistan. That's all land that originally belonged towards us by right, because that's the land that the Most High God has promised towards our forefathers. That Jewish people now currently have in this fight over there in the Middle East. Right? Read.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery, the slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
If you ever watch the movie The Woman King, it shows you in vivid detail as far as how Africans sold Jews into slavery, not Africans to the Africans because black people in America are not Africans. We are the real Jews. We're Israelites. According to the Bible and according to history itself. Just watch all these different movies that the white man push out. He push out um, different messages out there in the media to let you're so naive and want to get entertained by everything in America. The truth is right there in front of your face. You just don't even realize it. That's why Christ said countless times, they that have ears to hear, let them hear, and eyes to see, let them see. You see it and you looking at the real priests and prophets of the Lord here in 2025 before your very eyes. And you don't even know it. You walk up and down the Magnificent Mile every Saturday, you come out here and roll out, and you don't even recognize, and you don't realize that we give you the information to save your life before the judgment come down here in America. It's going to be a very hectic day. It's like the same way you got caught off guard with COVID-19 hit America when you didn't even know how to even react towards the reality of what actually happened. We telling you what to do right now here today here in America before the shit hits the fan. And what you don't know is that each and every year, when you end up seeing the next presidency, when you want to go ahead and vote for either Democrat or Republican, it's not gonna matter as far as what you want to go ahead and put your faith into here in America in this government system. And um, I'm not speaking towards Caucasian people. I'm speaking towards blacks and Native American Indians because we put our faith in this government for so long to where they have not made any changes in our communities. We put our faith in religion that has failed when our children became molested and became homosexuals and I want to listen to us like Christian pastors. What we need to do is that we have to check it. We got a Israelite school, universal practical knowledge. Coming to you out from 125th Street out of Rome, New York, on East Manhattan. Make sure you grab a flyer and make sure you support the priests and prophets of the Lord in the Isupk. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, nigga, ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Since 1969, the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana has been teaching blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who you are according to the Bible. You belong to the Lord. You are God's chosen people, the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel. Since 1969, we've been telling you who your oppressor is. This goddamn monster on the earth. Ask the animals. Ask the air. You understand? Ask the water. They'll tell you who the devil is. The so-called white man is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. That's right. And listen, since 1969, we've been telling you to separate from these monsters because there is a day coming soon. As soon as you hear the sound of my voice, I'm telling you that there's a day coming that all these great buildings are going to fall, man. Listen, give me the book of John chapter 8, verse 32. Read.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
And ye shall what?
Know the truth. And the truth shall make you free.
Listen, the scriptures say, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Here's some medicine, man. Here's some truth. The white man is the devil. Here's some medicine for you Hispanics. Es Blanco es el Diablo en la Santa Biblia. That's some medicine, and that's the truth. You understand? The truth is, this empire is going to fall. You understand? America is going to fall. Why is it going to fall? Because blood has been mingled with the earth. You understand? You shed the blood of the innocent. So God got to destroy this stinking land. You understand? Because you put your hands on the wrong people. You understand? So because of your negligence, the Lord is going to take vengeance on you monsters. You understand? Give me Joel chapter 3. You understand? Listen, and it's going to be a beautiful day when we don't have to see the white man in rulership no more. It's going to be a beautiful day when we don't have to see the white man in power. You understand? That's a glorious day when a black man can finally wake up and breathe. You understand? When he don't have to look at so-called white people as the staple of beauty. When our young daughters don't gotta wake up and see so-called white nasty dogs You understand? As the staple of beauty for them to look up to. That's a glorious day. You understand? Go ahead and read.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Listen, the Lord said he's going to gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. You want to know where that land is? That's over there in the Middle East. You understand? Right behind Jerusalem. Go ahead and read.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Verse 4. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre, and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. Verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Verse 6.
They've taken advantage of everything that we've built here, of every resource that we've acquired for. They built the kingdom off of it. It should not look like this. But the wrong people are in power right now. You see these buildings, you see the crest, you see the fleur-de-lis on some of these buildings, the architecture. They got that from our history, from our records, from the crest of our families, not their own. They built this kingdom on our reputation, not their own merit. And we see what's happening with Deion Sanders, trying to carve out a little bit of success for his family. Because you can't put a quarterback in a Roth IRA. It's not going to accrue interest over time. You can't hand that down to your children. But you can train them up in the skill set, and you can use your position in that industry to give your children an advantage, just like we saw with the other Manning family. And he was commended for his deed, being a dutiful father, looking out for his children, trying to provide them with the life of luxury and wealth and success of their own. So it wasn't just their merit either, it was the reputation of their father. But Deion Sanders can't do that for his kids. They're excellent, they're star quality football players as well. They're star athletes also. Why can't they get a position in a prominent industry? Just like their competition. Isn't that what this is all about anyway? Let me get Psalms chapter 137, verse 3. Isn't that what the whole name of the game is, to try to give something to your children? An inheritance? A heritage? As a parent, it's your responsibility to provide for your kids. So why can't Deion Sanders do that for his boys? Why can't he set them up in a position to do the same thing for their children in their time? Again, it's like a building piece. You can't put that in a safety deposit box. But you can give them the opportunity to create wealth and success in their own, so that they can pass it down to their children. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 3. For there they that carry us away captive required of us a song.
It wasn't enough that they got rich off of your blood, sweat, and tears. They wanted you to sing and smile and dance about it. They wanted a song from you. They didn't just want the song, they wanted the dance from you. They didn't just want the song and dance, they wanted the whole performance from you. They want you to run up and down the field. Look how fast they can run. Look how quick they can box. Look how far they can throw, how high they can jump, how loud they can sing. They wanted the song and dance from you. Read.
And they that wasted us required of us mirth.
And they want you to be happy about it. They want you to be happy with the crumbs in the EBT that they give you after building the kingdom, walking and smiling right by you as you are buried. Walking over the bones of your ancestors that built this country for them. The blood that we shed has been shed on our account, just so that we can get a couple seats once a year marked off for Rosa Parks. The wrong Rosa Parks at that. Listen, if that's what we died for, I'll just start walking to and from work again. You better name a damn stop sign after me. Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. And we're doing this for what? It's not so much for our own gain. We don't get to prosper the way our enemy does. We don't get to benefit off of them, their hard work, the way that they've benefited off of us. At any point, if I'm wrong, you can just tell us and we'll shut up. Waiting on you. No? Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Now, like Adawan had brought out before, the majority of a lot of these sports arenas and industries, the prominent population is so-called blacks and Hispanics. All the ownership are all heathens, predominantly Caucasians. You got a lot of Saudi Arabians, a lot of oil money from the Middle East that are behind these industries as well, these teams. We don't get to reap the same benefits of it. No matter how many touchdowns you score, no matter how many home runs you make, no matter how much they make off of a pay-per-view, off of your athletic skill set, it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough for them, and they'll never give us enough work for us so we can survive and be self-sustained. There is a way that we can build a sustainable community and economy amongst ourselves. We had it once before. We had it a few times before. Not just in the Midwest too, down south, up north, East Coast, West Coast, Europe as well, where we had a thriving economy, a thriving community, where our families were together. We had our own schools, our own transportation, our own healthcare. We had our own doctors, our own lawyers. We didn't need our own lawyers until we came over here like that, where they built an enemy off of us being criminals, where we sent their children to law school and medical school off of our cancer and cigarettes. They built an empire off of our suffering, and they never gave anything back to us. They gave you an EBT card, they gave you a bus pass when you get out of prison for crimes that you may have not committed in the first place.
Right.
How much are you worth a year? $30,000 to $60,000 a year in a privately owned prison? That's a college tuition. What end of the stick do you think we've gotten in this kingdom? Read.
And hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness.
We have to go to them for all manner of needs and resources just so we can survive here.
Right.
Off of the dirtiest food, the dirtiest drink, the scummiest conditions. You go to many cities in America that look like third world countries, war-torn countries. Go to Gary, Indiana. Go to where's that that we all camp downtown? Glen Park. Look at Glen Park compared to what you see in Chicago right now here. Look at the north side of Milwaukee. Look at the west side of Chicago. You can't tell me that those communities are not impoverished, and there is an imbalance in that city. Read.
And in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee. Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth.
6. Now, a lot of people are going to say that these events have occurred to all people groups throughout history. What you would have to accomplish, though, is trace these prophecies back to those people groups. And I mean all of these prophecies. You can't just pick one and say, well, that happened to the Irish. You can't pick another and say, well, that happened to the Mongolians. You can't pick another and say, that happened to the barbarians. You have to be able to assign all of these prophecies, all of these curses to one family group, which in the Bible was the Israelites, which today we can find as the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Not to be confused with people that wear ridiculously small hats. There is a difference, believe it or not. Let me get Micah chapter 2, verse 2, Bakusha. And in the meantime, what do we do? What are we running and jumping for? What are we singing and dancing for? For a contract that we get that we don't get to reap the benefits of? Look what they did to TLC, an iconic female group that got paid pennies on the dollar, got paid peanuts for their accomplishments, for their talents. for all the joy and all the entertainment that they brought to this world, through their musical gifts. They required of you a song and a dance, and then they required of you your mirth. They want you to be happy about getting those crumbs. They wanted them just to be happy with getting a couple dollars for their hard work. Read.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Listen, the ground that you walk on should be worshipped. But instead, the ground that you work for, you don't get to reap the benefits of it. They take your home from it. Look what they did in Seneca Village for Central Park in New York. That was a thriving black and Hispanic community that got ripped from them just so the white people can have a longer walk. They can take the little dogs on a longer stroll. All for nothing. So that we can what? Get labeled as criminals in the Central Park 5. If Seneca Village was still around, those kids wouldn't have been in that neck of the woods. There wouldn't have been that incident going on. But again, you got these butterfly effects. One domino falls, and you see the end result. Read.
And houses, and take them away.
Again, Deion Sanders can't hand down his position as a football player to his kids, but he can build wealth. He can pass that down to his kids, and he can try to open up opportunities for them. But with all his hard work, now he's getting pressed to try to put his kids into a beneficial position so that they can thrive and make success for their family as well. He can't even keep that going. Read.
So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his heritage.
They're going to take your culture. They're going to take your profits. They're going to take anything you got saved up, anything that you would wish to pass down to your children. They're going to steal that from you too. Again, America should not look like this. By all rights, America should be destroyed. By all rights, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, needs to be destroyed as a nation, as a people, because of the crimes that they've committed and that we've never received justice for. If they only repaid what they had stolen, maybe we can talk about peace. Maybe we can talk about getting along. Maybe we can talk about leaving each other alone. But in order to do that, man, we need segregation. Integration ruin our communities and ruin our family structure. Interracial marriage is one of the dumbest movements that have ever afflicted our people. It's appropriate to stick to your own. There's nothing wrong with loving each other. There's nothing wrong with loving where you come from, your culture, your heritage. We can't even take that. They want to take our poverty as well. We live in such bummy conditions, but we make it look so good. And then you got these suburban white kids that try to copy that same style. As if we wanted to be in the hood. As if we wanted to sell crack. As if we wanted to shoot each other up. And again, if you look at that paradigm, who do we go to appeal to when we have a problem amongst each other? The same people that have bred the conditions in which we are active criminals against each other. How are you ever going to seek actual justice from the people that put you in poverty, from the people that ruin your community and your houses, your schools, your family? And you're going to go to them for justice? You're going to go to them for advice? You're going to lean on their shoulder when you need to cry about your woes and your pain and your depression and your thoughts of suicide and the violence and domestic abuse in your house? Let the snores pass. And like the brothers been bringing out, Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1, if we gather together, a nation though we are not desired, even by each other sometimes, if we gather together, we can strengthen each other's efforts. We can capitalize on each other's skill sets, mutual beneficial agreements. We ain't always got to be at war or competition with each other. We can help each other succeed. Deion Sanders just want his kids to succeed. So they're using each other's prominent positions to gain that leverage that they deserve, that you have every right to pass down to your children. But again, you can't pass down being a sense of feeling to your son. For all you know, listen, your son can suck at sports. He might not be any good at throwing the ball or catching. And all you can give them is wealth. You can also give them a skill set, something that they can build upon their own. Give themselves a sense of pride. All that hard work and accomplishments is a little bit sweeter when you earn something. America hasn't earned anything but destruction. That's what America has earned. That's what Edomites and so-called white people and Caucasians have earned. But they're so comfortable on this cushion that we've held up for so long. God forbid we remove it. God forbid white people are a little bit uncomfortable in Chicago. How can you imagine them to look? How will they go on? How are they going to walk their wiener schnitzel? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be pandemonium. They're going to be crying and fighting amongst each other like the savages they are when that veil gets lifted, when that set of perdition gets revealed. All we got to do is get our people off the drugs. You ain't got to lift a finger. All we got to do is come back to our culture. That's defined by the law, statutes, and commandments in the Bible. And what does that include? Maybe let's just not smoke cigarettes anymore. And we'll watch this country go bankrupt. Let's not be criminals. Let's not steal from each other anymore. And we'll watch the prison system implode on itself. If we stop eating all their fast food, all their processed foods, we'll watch the healthcare system go down the shame. For all the lies, all the drugs that they sold us that never cured our diseases. After all the research and all the effort that our people have put into their economy, into those industries, just to buy the lie that they sold. It's coming a time, but that seat of authority is going to be changing hands, like what they brought out in Matthew about they're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. It's not just that, because again, you can say that rightfully happened all throughout history. For thousands of years that happened, wars and rumors of wars. But you also have to be able to equate that with the prophecy of Antichrist coming in his name. You also have to be able to qualify that with the falsehoods that are being perpetrated by these cultures. Again, it's all written down, it's illustrated in these records. All you gotta do is get in the class, and we'll teach it to you. Read.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 24. For our comedy parts.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 24. You got it.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 24. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth.
We've got the skill sets amongst each other to get this job done. We've got enough, we really do have enough capital in our own communities to get this done too. But we are selfish. We've been bred to be selfish and to compete against one another. When if we relied on each other's skill sets, capabilities, products, that we can rebuild an economy so that our children don't have to resort to violence and crime and selling drugs, let alone doing drugs. What's one of the fastest tracks to prison? Poverty. What's one of the fastest tracks to drugs? Poverty. We ain't criminals. We happen to be pretty damn good at this. And the Kia boys were some intuitive, ingenious little vatos, man. Coming up, who else is going to think to rob a car with a USB cord? Who else would come up with that but Judah, man? Come on. The usurper, man. He got him. He got him. But now again, we built up a negative culture and a bad reputation off of being criminals. And then we still try to make it look trendy in the media. But if you look at the record labels, that's all they want to push anyway. They don't want you to talk about unity. They don't want you to talk about Crips and Bloods coming together, Latin Kings and GDs. They don't want you to talk about Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian unity. They want you to talk about the division between us because that makes money. Chaos, drama, that makes some money. And if we were at peace with each other, that would destroy their economy. And that would build up our own. Look at all the vendors that we have at events that get looked down on, that get passed up, but whose style and trend gets stolen by our enemies. Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, Fendi, Prada, we made that stuff look good. White people didn't make it look good. We did that for them. They built the kingdom off of us, man, and didn't give us any thought in return. They wrote in their constitution too, mocking us at every turn, man. Trying to say all men are created equal. During the time when we were in the slave dungeons, when we were what was it called? Mandingo fighting. You know what I'm saying? When we were competing against each other, putting our lives on the line, all men are created equal. Look back at that Constitution in the day it was written and say that applied to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians by the white man's hand when they wrote it. We gladly listen to that argument, but you know you can't show it. But again, you're too comfortable. Who wants to destroy a good thing right now? Everybody's so comfortable.
Everybody's got it so easy, it's so smooth. Like it's a breeze. You got the sun shining on your face, you got the wind blowing through your hair, and you got your slaves working night and day to make sure that you are nice and cozy. That's coming to an end. If you haven't noticed, ain't no slaves up here. If you ain't noticed, ain't no victims up here. Or we're calling you out for the crimes that you committed. And we're not going to let you forget it either. This ain't the time for peace and love with our enemies, with the people that put us in chains, locked us up in jail, threw away the key, supported every Planned Parenthood that's in the ghetto. This is the time to reconcile our differences amongst our own people. Show a little love and compassion to our own people for the problems that we have amongst each other. We ain't got no problem with white people like that individually. We got a problem with them as an industry, as a nation, as a corporation. But we're the ones that have a problem with each other intimately. Individually, I want to go home to a safe neighborhood too. They get to. Why can't we? Why can't our kids go to and from school unscathed? Why do we always have that so much stress and pressure on each other? It ain't gotta be like this, but we do have to come back to our culture if we got any chance of making it out of hell. That's the condition that we're in today. So-called white man, he's in the highest heaven on earth right now. Right underneath him, you probably got the Arabs, you got that oil money, that Arab money, you got the East Indians, they got money too. They got their own country. The Asians, they got their own country, their own kingdom that they rule over, that they don't have an authority to answer to. We don't. Central and South America, that's run by heathens. That's run by foreigners. America, that's run by heathens. That's run by foreigners. The reservation, have you been up to a reservation? Raise your hand if you've been up to a reservation lately and see what the conditions up there look like. We have. We put work up there with our brothers and sisters, make sure that they can breathe a little bit easier, take a little bit of that stress off their shoulders so that we can live a little bit more comfortably like our oppressor does. But they're not lifting a finger for us. We move mountains for each other over here. That's what brotherhood builds. All these other nations know it. They do for each other what we forgot to do for each other. And it's so quick to forget about one another. It's so easy to hate one another. It's a hard task to love one another when you got the same faces as them. When you got the same background as them. We are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by Commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with any other organization. Israel, pay your tithes, man. Shalom.
Okay. Do they get this off here or what? No, let me see. Chill out. I get it. It's the I like it.